Citizen TV, the citizen's power. 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 Citizen TV, the citizen's power.
Kwabena from in Tamale. The Kwabena Bobie Ansah, the old soldier, the old lion, the last man standing. Commander Boam is here till 6 p.m. That's how we do it from Mondays, Tuesdays, Wednesdays, Thursdays, Fridays, Saturday morning. We don't hold captives. We are the masters here. Let's roll. Let's get ready to rumble. That's right. Ibrahim Veron is here with us this afternoon. Daladi Ibrahim, Alaji Chip 100.5 Citizen Show Benghazi. Thank you so much. Amrado is here from Ho Elenam. Asem is here. Zachariah Larry is here on your Facebook page. Many mube 1212 be, but mame enya juma we enwi ansa na baba beye. Enyema eseme ye takwa jata is here. And also I join here. Okay, so and that yebeye juma be ewaha, and it's very important. See, yes, juma no. Transport Operators Association of Ghana supports Mahama Game Changer 24-hour economy proposal. Transport Operators Association of Ghana support Mahama's Game Changer 24 hours economy proposal. And may I read you one more statement nibi. I have Pauli here, the national chairman, Concerned Drivers Association of Ghana. Pa Agwaba.
I mean, you are now to say.
Yamiado Mokona where.
Captain. And then go to one, we, Mamma, say, yes, I said,
Mate, Yanyajma, Mebaso, Pacho, Mumra me into the hall. Mumra me into the hall. May I Juma Mount. Paul, you are requested for a Numbia or Pese Momano. Okay, so Cristiano Pro is here. Opro GH, bro. Come over. Show up. Mamento nkane. Ubetuyaba, my office. Ubetuyaba. Nanaya is here. Nanaya, good afternoon. Watching you live from Cape Coast. Nanaya or Cape Coast for Yamamunina Akwaba. So 24-hour economy proposal from GM. Of Pauli,
Minia,
Debasma, talk to me.
Nedika Minchao Tifo.
Ejo, I know,
and Granaman tell me there about 2 o'clock. Nebebiate in a craft. Captain's own Casacra, Jama, Bibi Yaye.
Alhamdulillah.
I'm saying, one interview, but 7 who share face to face.
Oh, okay. The Akasada.
Oh, Menua Casabre.
But in Shiada. Tina voice no
Casabe bro 4 to 5 times.
Oh, okay. The voice no yam so be as me say. Anyway, so Concerned Drivers Association. What is the issue?
Yo, and as a mina tiawana say, I'm say politicians and afibia bidra. Obia de nensem betu abontin. Na yanga driver for the say ye ka juma ye omamu ya menyi ni say company bi enu wa also say transport company obeka so also say transport na eyo nyankopon
the kind of employment amodem
ma nipa ye kita wom ene nipa ye fa wom ene djuma ye ma ma no de menyi ni company a also say transport yani taba ne do so pa na mi se be se jama bosum ni se na wotwe mi ensem na ye te so mampanyin John Damani mama e dia beto abonten se obey 24 hours economy. In fact na yene mu bi na yana adwene ye ntanta ne ye ntiase na be se 1 week ni ye mu bi yene adriver fo bi kwaye wo sashi that yes one baby na ye fi kuma se ko ne ko to bele bi wo na bele ya ne ekoto ni unsa police fo na tete oni nyina wati sum light at the light
I was sashi
kwane so ofi kuma se ko na wati sum wo mu say wo mu ni light enti na mu an say bus ya tim na gina ana bibisa driver sa den tro gina so police checking point ana light bi ansia police fo ni ti sum ana timisi na mko bisa police fo no sa wo mu de wo mu ni asem bi aka yo so okay. Se jo mama ka say obey 24 hours ye be run shift on manima economy ni betimi akona anima na atsem we bi kan bi na se ye bankra mantem ha e kwansante mantem ha ye wunsa driver fo ye adwuma nyina e bo na jo be se 12 to 1 11 to 12 no bi akodeda
enkra say
enkran ha ene santemem
12 to 1
enu kwada wa 11 na che say yadeda
tuba opeso ka che me say okay me pacho se me mbusani ya fa che me enetie for so fa che me mostly ya me ana me drive enti o pa che say bo 11:30 12 ko microphone 10 nya car e won kran ha
minua 11:30 12 eya ko gina circle overhead na se wona ko kaswa.
Oh yeah, sure.
Me see 11:30 12 when I go kaswa.
But say gas no be pay o much because Uber is working. Yango is working. Bolt is working. Shanzi is working.
Eye juma. Enye ejuma say ebia. Ye wo lolly station. Tie mi o.
Okay.
Enye juma to say ye wo lolly station.
Okay.
Uber wa fa no. Wo fie no request no. And wa be fa o ko lolly station o ko fa car atukwan that time na ina benya
okay matu ase
ya na ekita taxis no se wo ba no kura mpo bisa ho se bo 11 12 na wo po fuel na wo ko ba bi ti sa denta na wa short ya masa wa wo betwa kwa na ba bi ti se zongo junction as when you nya taxi driver bi okita ka wo nya ka ba bi a be ka ho
na che se fuel for no so e pontem why
anything koda masa wo de boss time se wako Value no wa boss time from one to Zongo junction obi anu yankasa se me mebo me ho ban enti script bi amom ho ban na me je ho na benya obi obey your time man.
Okay, so agora nankasa Kenneth send me message was commander come to Sakaman junction here and look for car to Kaswa around 12 a.m. you go cry anyway to aso
enti yehu se adina ma papa ne de aba no eba boy na driver for
but e dey be ne man basa
security reason sa bani betimia I police for bebre na about 10 meters 4 meters 5 meters be police betimia gira ho first second yan market aban abie no market ni mu na nkasa no ye ni security ho ebo be say 10 for say Kumas KJT Anakra Central ebo be say 10 to 11 market no obi every ho ekwani fie na bus 5:30 na ugina kra wasem ye mobo e say driver ni bia no obekọ amasama na osane ba bia na sumu amasama ba bio enti nipa ni nyina abre eni ti say me fia so yaman.
Oh, okay.
On na mi fi.
Sir.
Mi fi so jaman.
Hey.
Akwa mi jakiti on na mi fi.
what do me yard mo?
Say a boss says now if you want and now 7:30 now if you are crack unya filling station back
I see. What do me?
Ube do a fienya no matum. If you are fienya now do Michia Campoa. Go filling station back on mapon. If you want now trust to Charlie as a Akuse Junction. Go filling station back on mapon. Before Ube do Pomino. Total filling station back on mapon. If you want now ko Ube kwa ko do akoso mo twintwan. Obi apon.
I see.
Anything you hunu say abani yes niema we na market women's ukwa boblochi anadu 2 o'clock 3 o'clock we turn a day ukwa Accra Central anadu 2 o'clock 4 o'clock we turn a day uba secret market na omampanyini ko for share you inside ye turn dia send the pay na ye adwuma 24 hours ya adrava funfa so
okay so agbogloshi so mo ya adwuma 24/7
I'm telling you obi obua about 2 o'clock and now 1:30 I'll be going to say lem
agbogloshi
me na me catch no oh say lem but man more 3:30 to 4 o'clock over kono higher ma
how much
I match so
I see
oh and no run sa obi akoni fi akoda sa ma
but first pa na it is
first na ye koni sa
agbogloshi
but it is secret crowd secret no plus station secret man sa do wa mu ye 24 hours
but say so many say
why na be o obi ba ba tamo ne makwa wo be dwa no ayi na akokire na akokire so nipa obi PNTF ani mu no wona tonfo na do akoto na omu nyina pa pa ke on table abu
me normally no ya na jo me wo asori dem ya yesre radi ntino normally ya na me mfa ho
captain emfa we ni agoro na ye ni abre
yeah me anajubia me asori dem say ye wo
asori for nkasa wana bo ho ban
and am ga say ye
amani wo kwa ansa no mo de akoduru ho no
say ye wo dem ye wo in close place a yesre radi nti ye mpie enti na wo busam say ma fa order me ka say ho no me mfa order
ahu Abeka Junction filling station na top on se bo be say 2 o'clock I better if we go
Abeka Junction
ya
okay.
Yanu Peace FM
okay me
one more chef filling station bo down
yeah
and adu mo yadwuma wo mo yadwuma
enti
babia police for nesi ba
enti me ba bobe 11 12 now fu asa
jisa wonya onua taxi driver because you joint bi wo wo mo de e bia fa police for wo bo ho ban enti wo be kono na wo mo yadwuma na wakoto bi na
okay so sorry obia send me message bi me pese ne omo mutie no so nya interactions. Raymond Andreas says Bobie Uber Bolt Yango have stopped working after midnight now for security reasons. Check from them. The 24-hour economy is super. Okay, so we have Pedro here. Takwa Jata says, Commander, from Takwa to Kumasi around 10 p.m. no filling station is working. And from Takwa to Tadi, same. Okay, Muhammad Awa Ibrahim says, okay, Commander, what he's saying is very true. When it's 10 p.m., you can't get a car from Ablekuma to Insakina unless you order for either Yango or Bolt, or you can't also get even Yango to Circle. I see. Okay. So any amount can amount for do more experience.
No kura woman say. And right this as me to any pen up and be frame. Also will na say VIP no mo yadwuma 24 hours. Minua say your farmers wa. Wo mo yafo mo adwuma. Enzo aban ba dey ni no wabeto. Also food and then
planting
food and job
for jobs or something.
Enya no dia beka ho. So o hye ne din, say ade kodi ni betumi agina yi. Ade ye potropojo no so bi so be hye ne din a yentum. Ye ni bambo. Adwuma na ye ni bambo. Yetia last 2 years last year. Abrekuma kwemu ha. Ka eko esikaguma eko bu fuel station. Awia ketekete. Ye botu okumnipa. Enti se oso obehye bambo no mu din. Ama obi oye na adwuma nacho. Obi oye na adwuma awia. Obi oye adwuma nopa. Watima ye na adwuma. Ama oma na timi arane 24 hours ya. Wo so mpeyi na apeden bio. So obi timokola. Bobie yene enama najo se e kama ne ye hunu emre bi me di obi call hospital wo Kolebu ena me kwa me guguru am test from me hwe ne dam no so ajo because e yo yire ne dia fa ho
I see
enti se che na se won se san ya na we bi to nyame me twi so sa Bazongo Junction oho no bi chem total filling station che ho me ba na time na say enti se ye work 24 hours ena se Kolebu ona obi ye adwuma ho a metwa afa so atsama papa ne dia ba ne ye na driver for 70 to 80% ye gitum se ayade abeboy na adwuma because say ye adwuma 24 hours ya se me wadwuma ye awia kete ya me fi se that day awia me nkwa adwuma mekwa ye se me adwuma no edura na adwua ne matumi ka na ma ye adwuma manya sika gum kotoko enti se joma ma se me makotena kire mahunu se eniema sei enam de ba a ebabua Ghana fo a woti omanim adwadifo benya wono ade no ya ebabua ye na yanga driver fo yehunu sa ade na che na nka ye pogifo bi a obetima bagye yen ayi yen ase afise security a ya chire ne gye ne ka ye kuma bi mu tukam ebi mu jasa wo chire wa ye tibi ji usika fi unsem
but will yen komo mempe propaganda komodi.
Thank you.
The ordinary Ghanaian walking on the street, baby, I'll say. Now, say, 8 years. Then this was also 8 years. You want to tell us, Obia driver ni car and yada. Ya need driver ni anajoda. Is that what you want to tell us?
Obi asema me no kan. Me si adia eye mre no.
Me busa the ordinary questioner, the ordinary Ghanaian will ask.
Yaji obi ka. Nenye. Yaji obi ka nenye. And I saw nipa no ko ye no ba no say no. Ade enye na se yesesan. MPP tam yaji obi ka. Eye.
Enye.
Ade enye no. Obi se me ba metu sa ade na se a.
Okay. So now Opacha said the difference is that at least your mama are taking conscious effort. Okay.
Ade no tio me na mete ho. Ena na sa ade no ho. Ena me fi ho. Me ko tra chema so no. Ade we say me ye ni sei. Me ye ni sei me we free ana me di etuma.
Voilà.
Ade we be ye yama. Me
Voilà.
tima mo fo ho ato ma.
Voilà.
O se ye ntontwene.
Voilà.
Ah, me baby sa semo. O man panyin kufo. Ekufu ado. So o mo ka say Joma ma ko free education on off.
Yeah.
Wo mo ka da.
Yeah.
Enti ni wo.
No.
Enti ono oba say Osman Besham enko the whole nation. Na so Joma ma so te wo. Na say time no yaji obi ka. Na na do yaji obi ka. Na no say no. Ade we esase tu.
Okay. So the issue is not about how many times you be car. The issue is that why the big nyabua or man more must stop us. I
don't need any problem. And you know the take my back. Ya jitum say. Ya di na what do you na be support? Ntia ya kasa an say. Kumasi ka jetia. One more year in market funi mu. Adava funi ho. It is a year juma 24 hours ya. Adava for won't me judgment di. Na say soldier funi police for bon ho bana security tight to fire. Enye na sumdwe no pe. It is a me wo ka ho na me year juma. Na me year night. Na adechina ma bra me koma adwuma bia na yanza me de kana mo bi foforo kan betima mam sika atene tembi amepe eniema ne boya de aye ntimi ntoyi ukita sika na betima tobi no obi su bi sama semi ase wuli na sadu we de tititi asemu masa aye am kure tama joma ma oso no na ya top petrol 1 gallon 14 cedi ene enam 65 to 70 ntimi nkasa. It is obi ba no catch us no sa dey we dey asi tu tax say go so me say free so masa yen support me be say yen support yana sha me kita vict
and dey of we beat me
oh me can no catch you kita vict say see am make ten time no do mama time no time bit time near 25 cedi 50 guy 200 this car 20 cedi and next car 20 cedi and no nebo 250.
If it is time
no rem 40
number ton and
20 cedi to mama time and now you need be say
20 cedis
me na me catch any 2 years you need 70 Ghana
Pauli Jaisa
oh that mo that for me say 4 years 8 years atwa mu ni you turn 20 cedi
and as say
me say But 2 years, 1 year class, 2 years, you're turning 70, 80, and then 250 Ghana.
And now we know Castle.
Many who can say, one more ton. I was
That is time 250.
250. 2.5.
Fred, ayi mami. Fred no.
Fred no a day. 250 tie, 50 tie. Can ankasa particular ne ton. Me dia me ton 2 years ni. Me ton 30,000. And then 75,000 to 80,000.
Say na beka ho 40,000 plus.
Now obi say my mama run 24 hours. Me bom ho ba no. O se won pe. I say my mama me support me boa mo. Ma bom ho ban. Security filling station obi aba na adwuma. Obi obehye dwa obeton wade. Na driver ni kura de gadua ne yepe. Eba na ju 2 o'clock ebetime dia ponche nkwa ne fufu.
Correct one.
Emeko wom.
Yes, say your pon sorry pay him meko.
What pon kura na kofi opa baby na utwa kakra na the si fufu na na fifreti fa. No kura ya kasi ya nya bia na ye boa.
Ufra sorry ko.
Enye we ya ka adwuma na meka.
Anaju ufra sorry kofi a.
Obi atie mi misika ho adwuma na meka.
Anaju ufra sorry na kofi a ye mfa bibia anka ho. Die nyame di adom no a wo di adom no.
Na de kofi. Nana Sam enra na boy bi catch them also kwa Africa so ba bia police gina ne ade uye 24 hours ko ba bia atme enne na no pay ya na me gina secret ni mo police ni panyi pa o ne di command so wuli utukwa na se ne man sa o enti obi atimi tu kwantem bia o se na do 2 o'clock atimi ko shopping utimi ko ye shopping
akra mo pon say
o me ze o mo pon say ya Akramo host yeah una kwa boba besa 11 12 no why di
I see
why di Bobie ya ne ye chino baby a wo hwa won pon kakra yen jointing ye nim nipa ne mako a wo mato mu asi wo se obi a mo ho ba no so obi bo ho ba no be enti wo fro taxi driver wo de ye nim se baby a manya aduana me ato ne ye de wo machini saa ye nim se system ne nyentin ye du be kira fa lungu baby sa na ye do akosi wona ya je ye kakra na ye ko nanso nka upi okwana no afa taxi ane seconds pe akoto aduan wa beda ebia na jo ko obi wake pin obi aye bia so uduru baby okomedo masa market wo mu ya adwuma 24 hours ubeko ni krofu guo obi ato na ade wona masa ehye fu no be fa o manya driver fu no be fa
yeah
na so mpe yi anajo tire pai onyo obi e ma onyo tire ma wako shoto wudi obi akwa brekuma o lebu on bebe wako shoto unya filling station wo matutum uko bo prokura obi amu awo na ya betra wo se sa asemu we yanto ntwene enya djuma asa me so pafre na bisa ka budget kwa untimi nto abuso kan yani dia joma ma yani ya flow game changer o.
Mami, read the text messages. We says here, quick one. We have Takwa Jata says yes, Commander. The man is saying the truth. Ibrahim Musa says Ibrahim Musa from Wale Wale, Northeast region. When we force the law. Okay, so Ibrahim Musa asked my person can say JM 24/7. Now can so to me shemu kena even amount for me akwa adwuma be 4 shifts
no be start 6 be pon 12 no be free 12 no be pon be 3
okay
no be so akok masa
Umana Sama says you are the best Bobie, good job you are doing for Mother Ghana. God bless you back Ogboro Nankasa one abekase we na why Samuel Atobua says yes Bobie, it's true Matthias 250 Ghana say tie no sure Yeni agro. Marquez says Marina Mall closes at 9 p.m. Marina Mall is East Legon. David, there were ye.
Na was ye ya.
The airport no. Oi. Marina Mall closes at 9 p.m. Okay, Felix Yeboah, he means his commander Nanado and his government. Our case, the country is destroyed. Kojo Fiagbe's commander, I bought a tire for my Vitis Ram, that is 14. Okay, so Vitis Ram 14, right? Also, on 230 Ghana cedis last week. Ali Mama says GM is a game changer. Delamo says Mohammed's new name is the game changer. Ogboro Nankasa Kenneth says Marina Ball around airport. Okay, so now or Chembebia. Me ko sa areas non koyeshi. Me ni bibia me ko to free because na nyamede o minor sense of really anadwom paibo ene odima ya ye gusua anti ye ko bia ini baby also ko awrade no ane ehwe no. All right, so David Mausi of Kantanka Group of Companies, that is from David Mausi of Kantanka Group of Companies to Gloria Ose Kunadu ohini bitofe I know sure. I wish you the best of luck in all your endeavors, and above all asking the good Lord to guide and protect you, especially during these tough times. My prayer for you is Numbers 6:24-26. Find time and read it. Please play her Ankwa Noma. Okay, so that's it. This one is coming from David Mausi. So Gloria say kunadu ohini bitofe mpacho baby obiano happy birthday. All the party so etaswa na wafre ya baba. Why? So Tachi Adu, your head of communications about so kinds papers, Dealers Association. Tachi Akwaba. Yes, if it is time, say Drew 250 Ghana cedis. Is it true?
And then okay. It's all time I do this here. And then okay,
250.
250.
Are they?
My see what you for no you was for you now. Say and the man you can say a duty now a total a day force no and the man you do in Abano because the duty too much. You see, I know continue no a problem. Who could you continue now? I won't go put him say you see abandoned by 2017 where you import duty or step as on must abolish. If you don't go for put a bay and pack, I may a buffin or buso 2017. You know, I never quit. Spare parts be a bit your duty. We are paying as much as it depends the volume, no 50,000, 45,000, 60,000. Now we are and son and your my counter is the car coming in our beginning. Non number in your cocoa. And about how many parties are about to boy thing. If you are cold at 2016 model, the engine crop, the media was in the crop, can say it's 47,000. Commander.
Jaisa. Mummy and Fano Kurenya Juma, Ewu
Messi Toyota Corolla 2016 model, the engine, and you're saying what you are chow, a crop, 45,000.
45,000.
Exactly. Yes.
450 million.
Yes. Engine job was what they show on 45,000.
Entina Kwame so on toke.
Eti baby a akwakodu no enkonform ka sa say esi shopper. Omo ntimi ko engine. Eno de ketwa o. Eno ntina your expectation for your try your say budget no some ye kan ye no. Budget no. Tax bi e kan say nuisance tax no. Ghana be move from taxation to production. Or say this oya bo me say ebo 2018 say on my free port. Yes, but to try dey appeal budget today. It is na ye dey so dey appeal.
Kwasi age say steer rack for Toyota Belta 1,400 Ghana cedis.
I don't say as soon how obi anya name free. As soon how obi dey eton na dey. It range you know between 1,002 to 1,005 between because as soon how obi anya name fa. E bi kwanya more than that.
Okay. Mirana ya pese ye check it through here that's be brain.
Okay, that's cool.
Okay, all right. So James Blawuji is here on your Facebook page. Yeah, Pauli.
Commander.
Yeah, Yanko.
Say ye car transport abanwe okwa de nga faso awo mawe ma masa ye kai kra ni chese ye hu ni ye ye susu da se obetima ye sa o ye susu da o se ogina platform so petrol yi me ba mete suamam enunti dollar no enti ama
Pauli, let me read this number busa question be obi dey send me. Bobie it's true. Yes, I bought a Toyota Vitz gearbox for my wife's car last month at 4,500 Ghana cedis. 4,500. 45 million. I see. Then the gentleman can say, hold on, I mean, Busano. This guy, Lawrence Bobie, obviously the man sitting there is an NDC member. So what is new?
Asambene yomukai. Asamuna mekano. Enye politics.
Ekufado said there one to a barman. One so far on cross one. So now you were part of the 2016 drivers.
Bisane say time and another bus second. Na ye two din the chi eko condition bus. Me come still. Bobie say time na mo no plastic. Ye di mirika say gidi ye di papa na chi.
Okay, so who fra kwamu?
Me ya kwamu ni. Me papa ye santino fia ase. Me ma me na fia akwamu jaketi. Me papa ko fodua no mtra no ego cement. Enti ni omo ka no nya no oka no. Me si ye di mirika gidi na chi ye nhunu no kura da ye pese ye kohwe. Oya womu mian kai ye na bufu.
Ukobi.
Maza me be kasa ma kire wo. Last 4 years, 6 years ni. Tama JM ka say oba odi okada obaji atum. Ye na driver fu ne ye koye press conference o bra sport ye ne nya dwen. Na me mian dis an ka me ko kasa asem ya de.
Power Ukobi.
Me na me gira wo me na me koye press conference ka che wo say JM so oba obaji okada tum ye ne drivers ye ne nyintu ya nyintum. Me na me table. You need drivers. Taxi drivers, trotro drivers.
You have the videos.
I am here say man for a statement in the pick up inama. Come me up for all medias. Me say down na adjun man na panyin for frame say we had na mugu JM campaign and mass. Now so na ye kan ye babu ayen.
Okay, so today Okada ujitum.
Na ye nyintum say me do nya me 3 days time papa na me say mo say about mo studio so. So on beto moto ma vice president so ba ma car obra Kwame Nkrumah status na John Mama here on ye kwhia wo se me bon panyin fo wo ni driver fo ko hia wo car say won beto car ma ni moto aba e be wonwa awi akire no wo ma ganadi driver moto fo ni bi na wo ma car ba bia fast service fo no wo secret enche wo sei no wo de ko akore aya wo mo tietie ni cross ma ye kansam nkire wo na yehu se ye nyina ye nipa baako enti na bi wo ha na ye din no na ye ne concerned drivers association ensema ye wo ho no this year kra de nkasa ye wura na tie ma ana ji wo di tuo tire no mamu ya because ye tell mo bi nwu na adwuma hu last 4 years 2 years ni ye share that transport ministry ye ne ko hia ni abampa yinfo e ka se taxes bi egu petrol so onyin free so abapem na ye misa se wo matima ye free so ana finance minister on your kasa ni MPs about 80%. I said, one man is that what then what me ye? Masa, yes, sir. MPP for one mutia ready. Say, one come man. Now one more young campaign, one young company, and also a year running and transport on young car and transport on wasem. One power one free and come chrome, so Yama Coso Mojakit crying. What the Marco Road was one more day, one musham, now one musham we are. Wabama ya kwan one man won kwan 8 years ni se wama ya kwan na akoso mo jakiti kwan won kwan won kwan o fa so atrata kwan po fa so eye mobo kwele nipa gu agina ni ade ni won na dam ni se won masase so na wa ba 8 years mu driver fu lolly time na ba ku po ntimi fa ma driver fu e on kraka ba ku po ma driver fu e na wo wa be ka che se akwa na oto no ye MPP ni na wo ye MPP ni so obi oni babia fans na ya campaign oni babia se fans ya didi yes John Mama 24 hours economy no dey bad yes support 100% ya tu ni game changer na now dey talk position nsa na ya campaign man o wini odenisa gina car so no ka che se oba beti petrol so mo gina babia oti petrol so akudu na obi talk 8500 man say work empa oba de no watua obey say uji box say na uko turn 4000 uko ji loan bank na interest da so na say interest na da so no da be no be tuwa say what ka nka oni mo amani amafo koma aba no ba nka hin wato
3.5 citizen show. Then I have this doctor friend here was saying about so kind for my Toyota Venza 2014 model G-Box and it's 40,000 Ghana cedis. 40,000 Ghana cedis. 40,000 Ghana cedis. Avoli, I don't know Ghana for.
Maza Bobie. na medija Ghana for ne say em so china finance minister okoka Ghana ho asem budget or parliament yene concerned drivers association transport operators yene hwia ye be ka kire no pe bia on kan kire yen 8 years ni nsema ye ka kire ni nyina wa mu ayen aka fi pen wa fi so enti no person ka bia onka yene driver fo de ye hu se ya hyehyɛ yene yana adwene deda enya mfimwe mu ne yakoka se bia kire amana ko yimere ka kese bia kire yen biu no pe bia onka opa petrol no onobro no opa tabo no onobro no opa car nso ofa taxi muso no pe bia onye efise ye kan se petrol kosoro onteso we mu ayen ye tietua ye kan se habo ne man de we kosoro ye ntimi ntokas onteso we mu ayen ye kan se electricity ye ntimi ntua ye kan water we ntimi ntua ye kan se nsem nyina kire no we mu ayen afi we da sem ne yan kan kire mi yan ga driver for there me gina transport operator nim say ni opa bia na okina onkoka oka by next year ekwa afisi sebre na oye free so asem because ni ambikura ka asem kire no wantie na nya yan ga driver for na mom adriver for some kan kire John Dramani Mahama say 24 hours no on hwe na 1 billion emom second na to sumienu yan kan kire ni bia on so say a teacher for home day a driver for home day oba on car driver for non so pe day mayen na se region bia ya drivers day mpo near the Ghana flag is so mpo a be hye ni nkran ne hu se ye no so ye ka Ghana for me dana se
yes we da bebre wofa Pauli na yete ne nka live on Accra 100.5 Citizen Show a dom ene pempem ya moti enka but there's this lady on why video about the 24/7 economy. And Ghana Nibia Wotemenka across the country on social media. Baby Bia will be ampeso ye din utie ababai. Ye din tie sa ababai mame. Baby will be a office now wow so Facebook will be should be commercial cam be no be should be. A deep words. Ena lady weni ache eye nsemu emu odu pa ena one ache yen okay all right nanka me try say ye betimi ede sa tape na to so quickly nanka ye kwenu *413# CMG sikache de amanfo nya consistent ubedi ai utwa ubedi utwape ubedi enti amanfo nya consistent *413#. *413#. We may chat 500 sabe 10. First 1 hour for no amubdi begum no apai. Enra mo anya ntem me kofie no obi testive ai bobi say ni say what trawa ma ne kokobo be 4 o'clock please don't blame me. Sam na fidie no nwan sa krik Kwame mumpia fidie ni siye Kwame mumpia fidie ni siye mumpia fidie ni siye omosue ayi e friend say mo numbers ni nyina gu machine mu ba mesra mo ntwa mo ya mo the next 10 minutes 10 minutes. Kamu close no. Mamu close. Twe homo. 10 minutes. Moya near close a ai ana ya enkrofo bi wa obam fast. Me so obam di fast. Obam sai fast. Kwa me mo 10 minutes me so afidie no. Men close no. Why? Men close afidie no mesrew Kwame mesrew ne anyi numbers ni migu wo hye numbers na gum se Kwame wo gada numbers ni nyina mebo a se we ni ba say be 800 numbers so ho 80,000 last 200 de beba no enfo bia bio me ka sam kyerɛ mu a muntie Kwame pia machine si ye na moma ayi omo be 10 minutes bi misrew pa chawa yenkotie salad way talking about the game changer 24/7 economy 24/7 economy.
Good day, everyone. I'm here once again to add my voice to the discussion ongoing concerning the 24-hour economy proposed by JM. I'm here to assure all Ghanaians that this proposal is a game changer. This is it, and we should all join. Forget about the noise coming from the other side, the NPP. They're already having heart palpitation and headaches because they know this is it. This is a game changer proposal, and they want to rubbish it and throw dust into people's eyes. Do not listen to them. First of all, the 24-hour economy is not for all sectors, and it will not be for everyone. But it will first of all operate on the critical aspects of our economy. And when I talk about the critical aspect, I'm talking about production, manufacturing. I'm talking about the harbour. We have the Tema harbour. We have the Takrade harbour. I'm talking about IT. We are talking about hospitals, restaurants, convenience stores, pharmacies. And these are the critical aspects of the economy, retail and things like that. And so somebody will say that, oh, but for the hospitals, they are already running a 24-hour system. That's not true. Send your relative to the hospital at night and see whether you get anybody to care for. Because most of these doctors work during the daytime and they are on call. On call doesn't mean that they are the ones on duty. The person has already done his 8 hours and paid his quota to the Ghana and he's home sleeping. So if you call them and they don't feel well and they choose not to come, your relative or loved one might die. But a 24-hour system where the system is run in 3 shifts, a doctor or a nurse or a pharmacist pick that shift to work for 8 hours. And so you are there, and when somebody is brought to the hospital at any time of the day, there should be a nurse or a doctor to work. And the reasons why our doctors and nurses are running away is because they don't have jobs in Ghana. So if the system, the economy is open up and we are working in 3 shifts, you have these doctors there at all time in 24/7 where your relatives can go there and get help, get your medications and go home. I have worked in the harbour before and I know how the harbour operates. When it's 5, everybody closes. There are some aspects of it that works, but those aspects that you need your invoices and other documents to be evaluated and worked on, that will help you to go and take your things from the port. Those offices close. And when it's like that, some of you, especially during Christmas and occasions that you need your goods, these people are not there. But with the 24-hour economy, when they close at 5, another shift comes and you work and go and take your things. And demurrage will be a thing of the past. Meaning demurrage, dimu wo chimu. Until those of you watching, you can help explain. Because demurrage, no, eji yesika bebre, ewa niema ye credit free amanone, into ukoton niema na unya profit. Bankrofo wo habo na omu ye ejuma at any time no niema no ba ya na wakwako yi na wakwako akoton anya usika. Road construction ukwa abrochi a anaju bia bebi a obefe bia omu ye road construction omu si dan na ade bagana de 6 bona esumba pe na ejume bia pon 24-hour economy no yebetimi aye road construction anajo na nkrofo ye ejuma ye ejuma no na omo a ejuma eye omo de omo abi ejuma no omo sika sem kosro nipa so nyeska because we bi ejuma na ejuma no betimi enya nkrofo employ nkrofo 10 na ubie mu na ko join sa 24-hour yi na na chese wo run 3 shift into betimi employ nkrofo 10 into within 8 hours no utimi make it 10,000 Ghana cedis. 3 shift no you are making 30,000 Ghana cedis. So that's a gain for why ejumani ya wo there. And why ejumani ya wo there, the more money you are getting, not just a wood tax at the ma abino. Woso a we individual no ubeye ejuma 8 hours. Now feel so that so a hondi a ubenye biaka ho na wase akoye bi wo ha wakobo kakra wo ha na chese we ejuma no koso o man o mo ewie school no mo nenam ha o mo adane kubolofo no mo nye adwuma ye no 24-hour economy we eye 3 shift aye running to nkora no so ye adwuma na che say household income no kosro na che say wo papa ne mama ne kra you don't have to give money to your children because o man so o ma nye adwuma o mo ya sika befie o da na adwuna wo ye mu bom kuro ekomodewa obetimi akọ convenience store aye bi o mo ye aduane nya afi na okwo mu akọ awo momoni ede ye adwuma de bi enti we nyina ya adepa edi JM person de ba ebeboa obie ni ho a adiwe enka no abani sika asembe koyie na yenso yes individuals na sika asema koyie ye mane be ye adwuma na Ghana tumpon na obie ni age nti minnuane mo 24-hour economy na JMA propose no yade pa wo se ye nyina ye boje ho nti munya mo adwen se mo di JMA ba montuma JM na montuma NDC na yemba embeye adepa emma Ghana. Messia Babio. Good day, everyone. I'm here once again to add my voice to the discussion ongoing concerning the 24-hour economy proposed by JM. I'm here to assure all Ghanaians that this proposal is a game changer. This is it, and we should all join. Forget about the noise coming from the other side, the NPP. They're already having heart palpitation and headaches because they know this is it. This is a game changer proposal and they want to rubbish it and throw dust into people's eyes. Do not listen to them. First of all, the 24-hour economy is not for all sectors and it will not be for everyone. But
so, game changer. Kwame, come on, the victory of Mama is coming again. Is coming again, coming again. The victory of JM is coming again. He's coming again, is coming again. Okay, so on to tie ye driver ni no. And what we follow a year lady ni tape no kakra.
Meba na me.
What do you think about this 24/7 game changer?
Na me da say ma me chia atiefo ne ahwefo ne awie. Na one thing is say one thing about Mahama, the style of politics in the policies are all there by no. You don't need to be a graduate. You don't need to be a professor. And son what timiate the policies nasi. Unlike Nanado 2008 or free SHS, you began say finding if here the costing and the costing and the costing the cost.
But at the end of the day, catch it up.
Tie. Nana, nipa bia o ye no kwafo bia no communicate ya or communicate with clarity. Na sem na o ka no, what ase.
Okay.
It's like o kwa sign contract. Se nipa ne nya osisifuo e na obebu kwase asisi hu a contract in terms and can I say agreement no e clear. Enti wan kasa kra no fa u ready a what ase. Se bibi chiri wadwen ya na de wabusa obi oni mumra no ready the amount. That is how social contracts are politicians any a public ne sign. That is how it's supposed to be. I don't need to consult a lawyer and sana mate wo a wo be pay me to me so man pinya ma shebe dwani no wo policy wo program I say ban I don't need to consult somebody na nipa na kire mase e wo se me tie ase because a social contract between you and me. Me pacho ti masem na se. Enti nanado ka so di free chese ba no. From 2008 ebesi 2016 nanado ntimi ankyere how much is going to cost. Now one try and say me ba first year and I'm don measure ase. Na mine progressively. Na so obaye no oka jo so obabe no o say bibia one focus obaye no o sha say the first year. And the social contract run Ghana for sign ye for free SHS no. Enya no deliver the man no. Because 2016 obi ana ne bawo form 1, form 2, form 3. Aw gina free SHS policy so koto abama na no. No oto ama ne say oba ama ne ba no. Se term kra na aka be free. Sankrofo no mo benefit here. And you deceive those people. Because the policy ni na clear. But for Mahama policies, Mahama ka say free Okada ye be legalize it. Uhia lawyer ni no achire mu.
No.
Because yeti Ghana nim say wo to car wo di code even near register. Wo register car na part me dey commercial, ultimate dey private. Wo dey commercial, you nim so obehia we. So you don't need a lawyer to explain. Mahama say 24 economy. Nana, I'm yet to see the official document from NDC or Mahama say this is what entails. But the moment I may see the name, no, Nana, I so self-explanatory. I just say you unhia so be betrayal. Na the money very interesting. Say when your policy be something that I will be, and I will kwakofa edi aba. Say, Akufa the buyer or so kwakofa sky train. Now the aba ayenyebua. Nana eye ade wa hase ye te ho na so ye ni ma ho ye.
The 24/7.
Yes, eye ade a te ho se problem bia nana ni solution ka ho. Problem bia bebe bia ni solution. It comes with solution. But you need a critical thinker. You need a visionary to sit. Now atena se na who say problem ni the answer aba yeti Ghana for several years baller na a problem Jospon Dr. Siwe Japan of America na buy what Ghana here no tell someone say this is the problem and now we a millionaire because of what baller Ibrahim Mahama was the fair job away Sankara sa amnana otwae no wo di flabroche ba bi na de bae he ano tie ano assess no se Ghana problem nie pa enedem ene Ibrahim Mahama o ye billionaire enti eyade a ye te ho na ye nwene nko ho to be a leader no you have to be a visionary obi abetumi a lead any idiot can lead. But a visionary leader is exceptional. Say 24-hour economy. Nana me kamesa kabiem yanko ti se okanshi makola yanko kantamanto. When him say kantamanto about 5 wa ni atum.
Dada nyina
ena mi no kase kantamanto about 5 wa yatum also bia pie. Winim now check 1 hour you be lock you more inside. Do you know why? Because security. And to say ye pamu bia mu bia pie. Na omo boban no ma take over. Because omuja ho no mo a anajo no mu fi se nipa boni fo bitima ba ba bi di boni. Enti se network provide security e dia makantamanto a. Ye ntimi nko ye nko night market. Wako okanshi day anopa market aye choke a Christmas ebe human traffic eba besi onya baby kram finance no sabre na articulator track eba be yi rice sabre na kia track eba be yi force bay a nipa choke a yenya baby amfa ne sabre because anajo no ya to market no But anadwono se 24 economy no eye adwuma saa anadwono a dodo no apo akoda fie no saa ka ne betimi akwa offloadi ye ho ntoyen afi ye nkonko kire so ewo makola anaka etia e makromfo bi betutie botom because ni pa ba pe so eye adwene omo mutwa first bay ahomache na enkrofo asim na omoko okonya no osuro because nsika sharon ne betimi attack na agine ni time bia what provide security nipa ne bekwa koye ni business anadwo enti kantamanto so obi wo shop a onu do tuniama editon omo mu tu force mpabo editon wo betimi akọ adwuma ebo no num na wapon another person will take over that night no obi beko obefri kumasi aba obi befri konongwa aba be fa mpabo ne de ko wo wada no na wo business eye adwuma enti wo da na wo business nae ewiase billionaires wo wiase nyina obi ene one man business awa bie no wo da na ne business ada wada na ne business na run na make money. That is how it's supposed to be. All developed countries ni nyina no nyeso omokoda na omo economy swada magana they we sleep with our economies. Yada ni economy ada sorry na sorry. How can you progress? And too fast I can't amantu ya na mesi anadwo no obi a data my busy mitimi nkwankwa ye me shopping 12 o'clock mitimi akọ kantamanto na makwa akudidwa. Don't forget say Mahama attempted say or build a kantamanto or tramodin ena eyifo ampene say adwadefo nga gutafo ampene enka wasi ti said wasi ketia no. That is how it's supposed to be. Share market be say ketia adentina wo say bonu nsia ye tu ketia marketing
big facility
ajenyansa way
Kotokraba market
adentina bonu nsia
go AC wom
ewo say
bibia wom
ewo say ye tu sa market
JM ye toilet and bath
everything
wom a wom gare omutimi ye bibia
school kra okokumasi a no mu
school wom Kotokraba school wom
adenti ena market way ebo no nsia bo no so no numu a ewo se atum ni ekoda na ade chia no pa no nsia ebebie market a yesia ye twa on fence wall market a yesia 24/7
police station kura wom
fire service wo emergency everything is there just security for ho obi a kwa onim se me shop ni mabie say table so onim se me shares ni me share ha na me ton made adentina sa market we edu anwura na yatu
because amount for no beto ne ma ni bamba anajo omudi be chia beto ade
is it ana no na oto okra oto ade no sukura osuro
yeah the okoto osuro the oto
osuro because security
but you see more to the point is where say ebia edwedie ho nko ano there's much more traffic in the night markets if you look at the history of night markets than the day markets
because wakoye wadwuma wie
workers that went to work in the morning no they commute en masse
exactly
to night markets because anopano obekwa adwuma.
That is the best
and so at that time no the traffic situation no any congestion in markets
let me tell you okay vehicular traffic or human traffic
both human and vehicular traffic no night markets those times now for example now night clubs na nightlife ewo ho no people trooped into clubs I'm a club yema same with market who say obi okwa adwuma awie bia no anadwo no na okodi ni dwa enti no ene
so o ka fa say
awia no marketing sheda enye emmom peso but anadwo bia no market bo peso
if only say
if you read the Chinese night market
if only Ghana say ewo
that is because you be develop your attitude
enti no emma economy ni expanded twice
that is it
and
this is
night shift no and multiply twice the day shift
because 8 hours by night no run 24 hours times 3 8 times 3 obi a wokọ adwuma no nimisi oni adaje no won pepre no so okọ kantamanto akoye shopping Wobadini Javier.
A man for some support. So William Azilaku says Walmart in America operates 24/7. Then another tester says, Bobby, even that time you don't feel tired. You can work the whole night. Okay, so Amuzu Dilaw says yes, in Manhattan, long trucks can only enter after 12 a.m. for delivery. That is
Look at that.
All right, so to us.
And so any a problem.
And Obi send me a message says yeah, Buadu or say bank cross I walk. Kejetia.
Inside. Inside.
Yeah.
To Nana Eyadia Edaho. Share filling station say oh Accra, how we do 24/7. 24/7. And so nyabo 10 pet. Na obekodi obi enho obekọ filling station awodo omo mata awodo honum na beka 24/7 acha 11 the what check cry at 12 wapon why because what tra honum a kromfo di to ba besini so abegini sika enti okọ pharmacies awodo a won kran ha obedu 24/7 na so de kọ after 11 so obenya service unya the only pharmacies abetimi anya pharmacies ben hospitals major hospitals and I bet me no service after a year 24/7 and kind of wunya because of all lack of security. Timahama the police way ban the first rock can say we make sure say we make a provision for security. Yanko firm fra brochiri and ya deba when your policy equal important and free baby we don't need IMF
when your toilet
to implement
discussions
and we don't need tax. So you don't need to tax people to run 24-hour economy. That's why in America say you need a visionary. Obia oweni swadi hunu who can see future from afar. And you be a future no we just future no tunani epre. Akufo the economician in some manage was said they are doing the wajim or the manyame yen train the next leader. You do about what say I will do everything possible within my power. Just say but I will become a president. We and I say president. Share Valco na ye adwuma 24/7. Valco ni etum. Nana tema oil fan ni etum. Na ye ntum. Ye dum Valco a year March 2007 because of dum so. Ye ni nkania almost so nkania na omu use no is about 50% of akoso money na. E no mampeni kufo me dum Valco na ne Valco eno ano no. Sene Nyamia do Mahama create timia build Ghana as of vidum samye wo excess energy capacity. E dey na prevent Ghana say e be revive Valco. Ya revive Valco a sa na dey na omo ye ne san say ye Ghana ha say ne say abade enti na ne bo be ko form sa metal fabrication nko form ye nyina no e be ko form but the nuclear wo mu ne say
issues with Valco no. If I should explain briefly. Oh, adia enkroma ye no was to get Mrofu to take our bauxite out of town. No, my brain alumina. Adiana Ibrahim Mahama Peso or Keteli was to bring a smelting machine down here to refine the bauxite into alumina. A difficult for governments. In fact, Baumianum at some point decided say, Omo de bauxite no, Ebema China for Amomo. Yeah. Now Valco no, you couldn't feed it at some point because alumina na de be ma no. O bauxite no be fa kwa. If they say be omo de be a percentage of alumina be ba no. Omo fa ma.
No. The truth ni say yan shut down Valco because of say ni enya alumina e feed it. That is not the that's not the cost. That is not never. That is never the cost. The cost ni doom so. Now you can take your phone and Google.
Look at this.
The cost ni doom so. Take your phone. May say Nana just take your phone. Take your phone and Google.
Okay, so hold on. You are talking about the 2007 shutdown.
Yes.
The shutdown was largely because of alumina.
It wasn't largely. It was largely
even as we speak. As we speak today. Mrofu to open Valco as it used to be then. No. Na yesisi na Mrofu ni sisi.
So what is your point?
My point is that Valco no, the best way I betimi aye say ya ye benya ye smelting machine e dia bagana ha abetu ye bauxite a refining wa ha e dia feed Valco
Okay.
And that when the U.S. government was taking the bauxite,
come back. Nina come back to the point that John Mahama has the vision.
Yes.
To make it work again.
It can work.
From which any angle.
Yes.
All right.
It's not easy.
Nana. It is never true. Me say take your phone. Obia ne refi bia ne just Google.
No, on cassette.
Meba. Nana ti say how you tie. Do you want to tell me say Nana ne ye host, you were this setup, ye running station ye running a ye adwuma kama. Na producer or mo ho no air conditioner say. More functioning. Enti ye num station no. Na ye nya mechanic man be service AC no a ansa na resume. What kind of businessman are you? Your business mindset in a way. What is the ideology? So we can say ye ntu no one e feed ya all these years na Valco function na ye adwuma no munya raw material ne free hin no mo process.
Look at that.
No munya free hin no mo process. Now the truth is that the truth. Okay, let me finish my. Let me finish my. You have your turn.
I'll let you finish.
You have your turn.
We are having a discussion. We are not debating. Anything he mentions, because he wants to bring,
and that is the truth.
No, what? So what's the big deal about
Valco was shut down. So
what's the big deal about it?
Now who says
whatever?
Who says the big deal?
Have I not discussed Kufuor's
Who is the big deal?
No. That's not the issue.
So don't want to talk about Kufuor administration.
That 2007 and Yeshate Valco.
Because of Dumso.
It's a fact.
Yes.
2007 Kufuor was the president. It's a fact.
And the fact is the reason they gave.
Hold on.
I'm
so
trying to get.
Now let's deal with the issues raising. What my education kakra on how Valco can operate back
very good
and fully.
Yeah, Nana Meba.
Which is very educative.
Enye.
You understand?
Enye. Valco na run 24/7. It create jobs. Na nkrofo press on benye adwuma of Valco no munya. The etienne so yes omo kwa na dey works and happiness by. We hear adwuma no wagi wani. And it was shut down because of Dumso.
No, me can also hear there.
Me yama me person be distract me. I will give you the article for you to read.
So let's move on.
It's as if someone is arguing over something.
No, our discussion. Okay, bro, for me, we say Valco shut down largely
because of the raw material.
So he is looking at the Dumso aspect. You are looking at the smelting aspect.
What we are discussing, no. You see, no. Sometimes,
yes.
The reason why I'm taking
I'm
taking it in that there is nobody's time. I can give you all my time. I
I
just want us to understand what we are doing. I can give all my time to you.
You share your time.
I was say a tier for import of
and to them. I mean, you give your time.
You see, the whole thing is that you don't just say and a Kufuor to Valco as if say Kufuor no were interest in closing Valco down.
You see.
This is so personal. These are things that I don't like. He said that.
He's not here to tell what you like.
No, I don't know. It's not about what I like.
Okay, so this is the issue.
It's not about what I like.
Kufuor was paid with my taxpayers' money, with my mother's taxpayers' money.
And so what?
Even today,
was he not your president?
You are still paying him. So I have every right to criticize Kufuor.
I don't care.
Good, bad, and I will do it anytime.
Hold on.
And I have every right to also defend Kufuor with everything in me.
So we deal with facts.
What's the big deal about it?
Nobody stops you.
Have ever stopped you from?
He says no. The reality is that is it true that Valco was shot in 2007? Yes. Who was the president?
Kufuor.
So and is it true that was shut down because of Dumso? Yes.
Can you allow me?
Me the Valco can one man stand a refi.
Can you allow me? So these two facts, no. I mean,
look, Kwabena, you can even add his.
Maybe.
You can even add his Dumso. But the point is that it must not be as if President Kufuor had interest in closing the Valco down. It was due to
you have given us another side of one of the reasons, and he's giving
the reason. Praising it largely because of that.
And he's giving us a reasoner on also etias here.
Yes.
It gives us facets of reasons and so let's move on.
Okay. Now let me move on.
Maybe you have not understood my point. My point is a very simple one. we can discuss the flaws of every president. President Kufuor wasn't a saint. I have criticized him over several things.
No,
but the point I'm making is
who says Kufuor is a demon?
There is at every time.
And who says Kufuor is a demon? Is a Kufuor a demon?
No,
is a Kufuor a demon?
But listen, if she had to
vote, is a Kufuor a demon?
Now Kufuor is president. We cannot go and mention the name.
No, is a Kufuor a demon? Listen, is a Kufuor a demon? One time, Kufuor is a demon. Is a Kufuor a demon? Why can you criticize Kufuor to reduce him so a demon? Now Kufuor the only year be demonic. I have no right or nobody has the right to criticize Kufuor. What is demonic about Kufuor? What is demonic about Kufuor?
No, you see.
What is demonic about Kufuor?
Not the entire Valco si atume hano no. Eso to me voice out. Then you think there's no problem. Let's share ideas. Simple.
Now, I'm a very progressive man.
By the time
I'm not
by the time I'll give you.
I'm not regressing. Munia Haruna Muhammad say or just a minute quickly. Haruna, quick. All right, so quick one. Let's do this.
Mitie mo program na say there were two conflicting interests in terms of the analysis of how Valco operates under whose regime. Under Kufuor, now there were two major problems confronting Valco. And Valco, in its full capacity, near produce, which is the ingots, there were 200,000 capacity per annum. Now, share before Bebano, now Valco was not able to produce to that full capacity because of one, now there was light problem under Kufuor. Rollins. Two, now there were raw material challenges. Before Kufuor came, Kufuor Bayern, now he was able to tackle one port, which was because of utility challenges. They were not able to power through smelting ports. And see, on manage to sustain that particular port now, that's the smelting port. And see, before 2005, yes, the same challenges now or inherit here, which was the doom. So let me put it this way: the Valco shut down for a whole year, and then in 2006, he reconstituted a board, and then they came back with a full capacity of one smelting port again, but not two. And then he made sure that raw material challenges time was adequate to be able to smelt one port. Now, Usha before 2008 2009, after NDC and the mills, they made sure that Valco got additional ports, which came up to two. But raw material challenges at that time also affected that particular.
So the bone of contention here is hello. So the bone of contention here in 2007.
Yeah.
There were issues with Valco.
Yes.
And the issues with Valco, no, from your explanation, no, means we're having issues with energy
and then raw material.
That is what we are talking about.
Very good. Now, mills even with the one port under Kufuor, mills was able to add additional ports. We are running 4 ports, but because of raw material and energy crisis, they were not able to power the same 4 ports at the same time, smelting ports. So we were running 2, and then they were not able to power the 2 because of raw material. Into mills he made sure that the 2 ran concurrently. But before 2010-11, the same particular issue. And let me take you this how the integration is done. We have the raw material, no doubt about it. But the smelting of the raw material, which is the manganese, we don't know how to do it. So we would have to export it for them to smelt it or process it into alumina. Until Valco or Ghana will go to the US to buy the alumina and come process it into aluminium, which is near Valco. Valco can process into aluminium and then process it from aluminium to ingots. And that is why the only source of Aluex raw material is Valco. But because of inadequacies, they would have to resort to Kaiser in Russia for ingots. So, Dudwana issues concerning Valco has to do with raw material and energy, but it varies from regime to regime.
All right.
Under Kufuor,
okay,
it was two reasons. Because of that, they were not able to power two.
All right.
And then restore it, and they were powering two smelting.
All right. Thank you, Arena. Thank you so much. Okay. All right. So that's it live in Accra. I think the same no, you see,
my said what
hold on. It's the same thing in the it's the same thing. Even Haruna Kradian, the same thing. Just that Obia take you something that and
my woman.
You see, the reason is
let's go.
When I was making my point, Listowa would not even allow me to land. The mere mention of Kufuor's name, I was so bummed.
You came saying Kufuor sat it down. It's not true. It's not true.
It is true. It's not true. Nana, my send article. Let me use my time. Let me use my let me use my time and read. Let me use my time and read. Why? Let me use my time and read.
2007.
It wasn't shut down.
I said, let me use my time and read.
Okay,
you can believe whatever you believe, but whatever you believe got nothing to do with whatever I'm going to say.
Workers protested about what?
The protest was that I had to say Ejuma Ayeko, salary at some point, and you were not working to a certain capacity. Now a bit miyama productivity akosrama omanya Ejuma ne ho faso de atwamoka.
They protested about what?
Workers no salary sense no
for you a salary no mutu.
No. And you see they closed down no crampo no. As recent as 2022 there have been a shutdown of Valco. I'm referring from a timer. It was a shutdown.
Okay.
Nana me say my sendo article my tender in my exhibit. Nana read for us
exhibit of an article.
My reading
which could be written
Nana
by
read for us.
Read
for me person wa will be now king kan. Okay. Masima me can say 2007 Valco ne ran 2000 it ran 24-hour economy. But it was shut down because of what doom so after some Kufuor there so for question ko bompaye e wa ko so mo that's a Kufuor record.
Wikipedia and my join line and other platforms says it was reopened in early 2006. However, the plant Valco was shut again between 2007 and 2011. In June 2008, Aqua sold its 10% stake in Valco to the government of Ghana, leaving it wholly in government ownership and with no source of foreign investment capital. So the information, but where we need clarity on it is the shutdown.
And I've given you the same source now.
Let's move on. Please.
So now why is it difficult for you to read? Okay, okay. Let me also read from here.
Yeah.
Because if the judge fails to or refuse to read my exhibit,
but I've confirmed that 2007.
Okay, this article was called by
Hold on. Read the deal.
Me building my argument. And now we are coach now. And I'm making evidence. Nana Meba. So I don't have any problem. I don't have any problem. You quoting your source. Okay. I may building a point. Building a point. So if you want to have discussion, you should have kept quiet for me to finish. We didn't have time in the beginning.
Let's go.
I may building a point. And I could tell me prove me evidence. and I'm a tender diama work. There's nothing wrong. Let me finish. There's nothing wrong. Say you as a judge, I will timono. Also, bet me do sources about. But me making a point. And I've quoted my source, and I want you to read my source for me. Anyway, let me read. This is Reuters, and I've tender as exhibited the amount. Published on March 15, 2007. Update 2. Power cut to shut Ghana's Valco from Friday. What can I say? Accra, March 15. Ghana Valco aluminium smelter will shut down indefinitely from Friday due to chronic power shortages in the West African country. Valco chief executive Charles Mensah told Reuters on Thursday, there is no electricity to run the smelter. We just decided to shut down, Mensah said in an interview.
Okay. But it's a fact 2007 it was shut down.
So what is wrong?
Let's move
and
on.
So I didn't mention Kufuor. I'll mention Kufuor today and tomorrow.
It was shut down in 2007.
If you don't know, I'm telling you today. Kufuor
was the president.
Kufuor is devilish than Kufuor.
Kufuor said we'll shut down. I shut down. What's it will shut down? Read it.
Was it shut down or not?
Was it shut down or not? Read it. Read what you just read.
No.
Read what you just read.
We'll shut down. I thought you said you want to have discussion. I thought you said you want to have discussion.
Yes,
so why are you making noise? So why sit down and have your time? If you want to have a decent
it's not that I debate. It is not correct.
This is not how we debate.
It is not clear.
This is not how we debate. You are right.
Wikipedia. I can go to Wikipedia and change anything there now. I can change anything at Wikipedia.
Okay, so prove to us that 2007 was not.
No, he read something from the end.
And I'll give you a quote. Give a proof. Give a proof. Said 2007 Valco was not shut down. Give us a proof.
You have
give us a proof.
That's your proof.
Give us a proof.
And I'm beating it to it. Say you said we'll shut down, and it has not been shut down.
Right.
Oh,
we'll shut down.
It won't stop me. And it's this.
Kind of
after then will bring it toy generators because Valco consumption is about 50% of the total generation in Kusumbo Dam. So they shut down a Valco.
Let's go.
Mahama came and was solving doom so less than 4 years. Something that Kufuor couldn't solve in 8 years. What solving we and there were excess energy capacity. Again, a preventing MPP government from reigniting a Valco and ready 24/7 economy because Valco Juma na be and near the private investors about take over mo yes Juma no. And Ebabe say MPP financiers business, so they will never allow it to operate. To na ye Juma under Rollins. Egui under Kufuor, it was shut down under Kufuor. To. And so me proving catches that was not shut down under Kufuor. Was said that creditor to debt recovery 1.5 billion. Through that, Ghana Commercial Bank was facing collapse. National Investment Bank was facing collapse because of to debt. Atames Mahama Banumitriae 2016 na ekwesi ewadako manage tour na ye adwuma boss na ye adwuma two of us.
Let's go.
Kufuor Dubai no MPP another MPP Kufuor on the dice this type what tete no Kufuor na tete Kufuor because na Kufuor anka Kufuor nya minister Kufuor na so Kufuor say campaign kire Ghana for some to abama na we ne di Ghana be kwa kudu boss assassin so. So you can never distance Kufuor from a Kufuor's mess. If a Kufuor is a devil, Kufuor is worse than the devil. 2017 MPP buy and you start shut it down. To ye Juma. Okwa na to no with that storage facility. And MPP for financiers go finished product bar. No man cost or no more Toma Ghana for. So they won't allow the tour to operate because they are making money. That is it. And Mahama is saying say Oba turn ba be ye 24/7 be ye 24/7 Ghana yen benefit so 24/7 economy no is it not there the Valco is it not there and they don't have any excess energy capacity so do you think that we shut down again the Valco because of say need electricity because of say they see shutting down 2007 and Kufuor. So this is what I mean say Mahama has already laid down the foundation to take up 24 a year manufacturing a year economy we work because under Omampeni Kufuor pencil even yabo can 2008 yankwaje electricity 80 megawatt and free eye Cote d'Ivoire na de buy yankwaje farmer, but people sit on radio and say Kufuor didn't bring doom so and under Kufuor there was no doom so. People sit on radio and TV and lie through their teeth and telling people that because the things are Ghana for real fearsome. But 2008 ya kwa straight 80 megawatts from Cote d'Ivoire and sana Ghana for 8 million match in this country. Mahama fixes that problem nina. And the manufacturing sector no dodo na ntumi a operate under Kufuor because of doom so when timi anya wo hwe no. And then Mahama Sovia menya excess energy capacity. So all this manufacturing sector no will go back to work. And manufacturing yenya juma from 6.5 and run it 24. That is what I mean. And then what I mean is that Mahama wanko ewie anko 2 sebi above 1 no days happily ewaya. Mahama didn't send us off for someone kona mo kobom payempe so di unu family fans face Ghana problem. Said the Kufuor ye or send us off for kwakoso moda kobom paye no. Mahama didn't do that. He's a visionary, a critical thinker. What trust no Ghana for problem say problem ne a solution when problem in a nim but solution and Nyankopo Adaruma will be so as one view any this is the problem which is 24 a year economy and it is possible because Mahama shots where da Okofa a year to be for pharmaceuticals no all these pharmaceutical companies are they were collapsing. Mahama support you after century consensus. Omuba no mo musika omugina omunaso no company they didn't only survive, they expand their production. Oma say be another firm to know kwa your entrance pharmaceuticals under Tobinco. Omu running 24/7 economy. So it's possible, it's already in existence. But just say Ghana form fire drink course, so you shouldn't pay much attention. And Mahama said what they will be providing security any day in every environment for this manufacturing companies to work 24/7. Say the baby create jobs. Now you're there, but this is the vision we are talking about. If you're a leader, don't think say you can be judged when you order to tear kunyaso as a leader. Even uwechi Ghana for yebekoswa can we still remember Kwame Nkrumah. So we are the pie bebo din, we are the Bonia bebo din. I'll continue to mention Kufuor because I stand Kufuor worse than
okay. All right, so quick comment here from Fifi Banson. And Fifi Banson says Bobie, the agreement was to have Kaiser bring in bauxite from Jamaica for smelting. Akosomo built by the Kaiser Group was our only source of power, and Kaiser were using almost 60% of that power and refused to pay its commensurate fee per kilowatt as agreed. That is how Kaiser folded up, and that's Valco issue. So let me pick it up. The agreement was to have Kaiser bring in bauxite from Jamaica for smelting. Akosomo built by the Kaiser Group was our only source of power, and Kaiser were using almost 60% of that power and refused to pay its commensurate fee per kilowatt as agreed. That is between Kaiser and Ghana government. That is how Kaiser folded up Valco. So then we are getting different angles as to how Valco folded up. But yes, but you see, it will come back to the point that look, whatever issue we have raised here, from the messages I've received outside, meaning 2 issues, I mean,
they played, but the major role, you see,
anyway. So Valco is not under discussion. We are talking about 24/7 economy, yes. And this is your time. Let's move on.
See, anytime me imagine say me best studio, I just decide that at least I will learn and also share what I have learned, and as we progress, at least we will get listeners informed, and they will also help us, because there are so many people out there listening now. They have much information than we do.
Oh yeah, of course.
And so I don't underestimate the prowess of a listener, because text messages are all kind the imports of the messages, they drive us to also equip ourselves and sharpen our tools by guiding our thoughts and our learning.
In fact,
process.
And then with
Now,
this smelting issue, I'm learning more.
Kwabena, this is something that I have learned because I have so many people that used to work with Valco and Kokrafo. Oh man, ne wofasi a one ne yepe, one ne boy tipen, one one wofasi but one ne boy tipen. No ye juma Valco.
But I hope we don't focus on Valco
late.
so that we can move on.
So, menene betnai ewo tema. Ena mi the processes are ye faswa ema sa smelting ne alumina ne sa no mani. In fact, Valco as at 2014 thereabout, Saturn na mo Metro TV. Omo documentary bi kra me. I'm the one that did the documentary. Except that me yeboka omo ntwiaka prama me. And I remember all those things. What must I say? Kwara, I also do remember say Bebia na Valco akwako dru no. Energy na oka no. Idea. It was also a factor.
Yeah.
Like you mentioned, you need a lot of energy to be to build
To
industry.
run it.
So,
Yeah, to run it.
oh, when we debate things and make it look as if even baby are free, I learn the processes be from no, we should still begin to juxtapose that and make Akufo-Addo have a field day. That's where I have a problem. Because Kufo Nyimi is I'm telling you.
And it's not different from Akufo-Addo.
Let's
What must I say? Kufo Nyimi is Kufo at every stage of his governance, no. Kwabena, this is in bioteki yebiano. Me, I've queried him about a few things in the past. Even now, presently, if those things come on board, I will question him because, for example, Dumshaw came under Kufo and he couldn't solve it like John Mahama has done it. This one is trite. We nyadi also eko sunyadi or Harvard and San Waba Bekase. We say John Mahama took responsibility and he has solved it. In fact, that is the only reason. Those are the things that differ John Mahama from the many presidents Ayenya. What must I say?
Yeah.
And that is why me nyimi ya no me MPP ni san kwasi asemu a sa small boy ni na mo okeka wa abantin no ono party no oni party we ofi henfa me MPP ni but me say me support John Mahama and I'm waiting for a letter from them. Me MPP ni me nyai party no eso me say me support John Mahama kwasi abuo nti Jimmy nti me support John Mahama, and this is because John Mahama no, he is 1 in a million. If you discuss John Mahama and you want to make it look as if say John Mahama now we're discussing into no, for example, Kufo floors no or no etimi abe betano no. Akufo-Addo aye bi ntino John Mahama ne Akufo-Addo John Kufo ne Akufo-Addo ye pa.
The same.
I feel insulted.
The same route.
Ghanaians will feel insulted.
The
And
same.
Ghanaians knew
The
the
same.
economy under Kufo.
The same thing.
Ye bo obesia what you adwuma mu ye adwuma ye bo obesia we de onu ogu adwuma no o ka sa say we akolakro ya wo no foforo kwa be say no, you are not thinking right. So Kwabena, on the issue of 24-hour economy,
Abeyime rice project, a rice processing
Kwabena,
project was shut down under
this
Akufo.
is
Was it thinking as a
idea.
mad person to have shut down Abeyime rice production? Is it different from Akufo-Addo? Was it not shut down Akufo? Was it thinking as a mad
me, I'm a very
person?
progressive
Okay,
being.
let's-
I don't want to regress. I don't like regressive analogies.
You gave regressive.
Kwabena,
I'll coach you.
Where
It's the same thing.
you cannot coach yourself, can coach somebody. You can't even coach
I'll
yourself.
coach you. It's the same thing.
Kwabena, 24-hour economy. Kwabena, if there is something that any politician would want to bandy words with, it shouldn't be this. Oh, there be a make say John Mahama no. The way I would hear no. Say every microsecond or the dream near 1,000 one. That same microsecond no. Ekufodo ni na pamfu nyina kom ti bo ho a. Omo de badwa ade ba ko ho. Sa de ne ye kro no asa. Instead say omo betena se I interrogate omo ho. No omo busa say what's the best way forward? Not just what's the way forward o. What is the best way forward? Umusa omo question. Na nipa bia wo ti wiase a umusa ho question bia no. In fact, because you have not posed any questions to yourself, you are not able to have answers. And questions are problems. Answers are solutions. Many Samiti Hay, his argument from Zoom Lion. And you mentioned another person. Kwabena, every problem solver is a rich man in this world. Omo solve problems no. Omo na sikafo adefo wo wiase we mu. So we probi oyesikani bia na Kwabena research about them. They were problem solvers. That's why they will make money and they will be wealthy. Zoom Lion is Zoom Lion because fi na wo de bia wo se wo ya Ghana ni uni uhuni na Aliu Mahama etu fo se di uhuni yempe fi na uguswa wo di fi enu nti wo fi na wo ye no woni aban be kwa akoye kanana aye kokwa mu dwadie efi no won pra enso ni MMDC for nyina sa contract the whole Ghana. Sikano will pay taxpayers money no ye the Zoom Lion ka. Because contract now was an a fee no kura won pra. O wi asusu de wo so ko pra fee no wa pra wie no na ka twa kura fa ma no. Kura no ana oni MMDC for airbo Ghana ha. Enso so wo fee ni nti as Ghana ni wo fee nti. Oni sanitation minister send by ona na esire chiri na oye okawo because oni no na yes our business no assembly ko wo ebekra no what must say and that is why problem solvers or even people that attempt to solve problems no yesikafo. Now what do we have as a problem in this country, Kwabena? Everyone knows to say we go to sleep when we don't have to sleep. And rightly so, Kwabena, when him say a lot of people are more capacity to go to work. Every running shift. There are so many plants that we're gonna have. For example, what the cement industry. Why must a company like Jata Cement have a closing time? Say abononum yapon. Well, of course, you know, say machines no could work for a certain number of time non-stop. Last year, who sent in America. What they call to gas and for the no out to some of the no ayokolo. China for crowd they say bargain. Oh, now you see you're close to cement factories 5. Yes. I'm saying right. I said I started
China for no.
Oh, yeah, close to 5.
China for no.
More for using inferior materials.
China for no.
Yes, raw materials.
Oh, what I go for? Do you say ya? Obiano ni asem.
And look, there's one there.
Now why are you with your money credit?
There is standards authority in there.
There is standard authority. Over partner. Over power. Me no say. You very.
I want to pay an argument, man.
We don't why there kakra. Why there kakra?
Oh, I know. Oh my, because Enti say obi discussing 24-hour economy. We are not discussing something about say a certain facet of the economy. It's the entire economy of Ghana. And what they call 24-hour, which will help open the economy 24 hours, 7 days in a week, and 365 or 66 days.
Interestingly, your boy lady be a tape be a video be. Meaning so to me follow ya.
Man follow.
Lady me raise about various sectors.
Yes.
He mentioned the health sector.
Yes, the health sector.
Say and hospitals nibi.
Okay. So we are on the same page.
Yeah, I mentioned hospitals, clinics,
yes,
harbor. Yeah, and obi send me message busam say I didn't know baby to say tema harbor city so you can't imagine.
Yeah. But you know, before John Mahama said this, he had begun working at it in 2016, opening the harbor for a 24-hour work non-stop.
I see.
It we had new terminal now. Oh, floodlight na bobo hono. The Jubilee now. Jubilee was done by, I think, Kofo.
Yeah, Jubilee was Kofo time.
Yeah. Unse sa floodlight no. And we be neboho. And it was supposed to be working 24 hours in a day. 7 days in a week. Sunday kurano. So we over sorry ako obeba. So you run shift. But for whatever reason, you know, people have always thought that, for example, MPP for argument be on the buy. Government workers going to mean moka. Now, workers of about 600,000 ka, which is too huge for Ghana. 600,000. UK workers in Rusa.
I see.
There is nowhere like that in this world. Abai, Edin Isika, verse 70%. Etia workers ka. Debbie, you privatize it. That is why Brony Timikacho said the private sector is the engine of growth to economies.
Yeah, can be yet.
Na
Akufo can be.
Maminga Semcho. Akufo do nye Brony. Onye Brony, Pacho. Onye Brony. Onye Brony. Brony Fota.
Brony Kankai.
Onye Brony.
Anyway.
Oh. Hey, idea, Kwabena. Busa say hospitals are running 24-hour services. But look at the workforce. Ubedria Najo, Dr. Niho. Admission pe because almost emergency service there. As a hospital, no, must we almost sign, ought to be almost sign. And untino say patient bar untimi empamono. You have to receive the patient. Even clinics, you have to first receive the patient and then you can do a referral. What I say? Which means say you still have to do a 24-hour service. Nabusa say how effective and effectual has it been? It has not been effective because how we can even privatize some sectors of the economy. For example, Kwabena say me timi ko fa nurse for na me bie a nursing bibi to say hospice. Oko America you will be a friend hospice.
Okay.
Omo ya rehabs. Rehab center. Kwabena say nke bia obi ohokra akokra bi wanyini ntimi hwe ne ofie owo sasabro wo yare bi wo ho a ohia attention time bia no. Ye de omo ko rehab na time bia no ye more attention. Until they even guide you in the process of say uko no ya ma won hwe won kwa keke until you say abrantie na bia wakotwi moto wapira Kwabena enoko even 37 a enompo eye papa e won kran ha me nyi kolebu mfrim but ye nyina ye nim de ekoso kolebu sa no bed syndrome no we is any money free wa you can only get those things done when you have enough facilities also enough hands omo ye adwuma enti at that time na John Mahama e ka se ma ye mfa nursing training allowances no ma me ye abatros nsan ye kom ma nurse fo ye training omo no quota system and reduce omo name omo pa omo kwankwaje loan aban ukoje aban loan na Kwabena ye den ya oba be ya aban adwuma na aban atetew
Simple.
Sabre no na okanya asasemu Akufo-Addo na adwene ayete se pentium em no 1 terabyte kasa no oka bi ai ba womien onu kura de pentium 1
Pentium 0
kura no so oka bi oh he was building Ghana to a point that it was going to be very easy for that way to take off. What must I say? It was have bona the oye was health care. He was building hospitals enough to have enough nurses. In fact, it would have gotten to a point that we a nurse crampa won't quite buy hospital because private sector better than a buy betrial.
Yeah.
And all that was something that he was doing. Because America, your private nurses are omuye adwuma a certain agency. And the agency ne do omako hospital bi omoko ye adwuma. Sa hospital no obetua agency ne ka. What you say? Na agency no onso so atua nurse for ne ka. Ye wo obi o wa so obekwa kwose abayem as a nurse onko da because abaye adwuma na okwa kwosem no ebi anuoma bi o wa incentives bi on they incentivize them. Nurse benya e private sector ho no onya. So eno na amankofo abi agencies be bra nursing ayifo no mo frɛ no na say dia no mo de man pay living oba besia wo se me kwa America then no koya wo se me koya living because we be agency a living no nurse for adwuma. You have to be trained as a nurse, certified nurse to do that job, and it pays even more than Ubia. Your friend is saying, or what mainstream nursing under Abai.
Yeah.
Enti Kwabena, these are things that say etikasi eri adria eni kwan so obi tena ba bi ka say adria mre. No. Ebia say efa wadwini mu na say ekiki wadwini a
ban back with.
Let say wona wontimi nwi ye. What I say? Hwe ba bi te say entertainment sector. Fifi Bansin here or no any field OTA.
Yeah.
He will test and tell me if I'm a liar. Those times, nightlife, Kwabena, the economy that we could generate from that nightlife, because as a former DJ, proudly at that, can you know? Oh, but first strap, oh, but podium, Frebambata Busano. Never how much money
you
koso, Anya Befa Vienna, Koso, Bibia Koso. Bibia twetwa
koso
what must say enkofo a ye to omofo muntia omono magwa omukusu no agwa fo so benyeska meboa
what's it
ayifo benyeska CBC there efo benyeska
CBC true
omoso benyeska and that nightlife ni na because we have not particularly paid attention to all these things. Kwabena, come to a place like the manufacturing, retail,
production,
and Kwabena, imagine say Obia or no, Fanny say Oyensa,
like Adonko,
Pacho, and you met Joy Daddy, aye,
okay.
Joy Daddy beaters.
Okay, so Adonko so beaters,
and I may say Kwaku tell them Kentino, me Joy Daddy. Joy Daddy.
Over. And I was my Badongo.
Oh, Kwabena, say if you are running that economy, that entertainment industry in Kwano, Kwabena, omu benyeska, sanko foni benyeska ma, anadwede, bibia bekoso.
Yeah.
Funny say, omu ba ya, a driver for omu kan omasemi.
Yeah.
He failed to mention something. Apart from say, ebia anadwo pese wo pie ko baby. How about emergencies? Unim nipa omo abre ansa na bi kura mpa je so ko bo obi fie epunu mu gate mu epa obi chew obi a na yire nyem. Na yire na wo kan no na ade asa onya ka anko. What must I say? If you have such an economy, it will reduce the death rate. There are so many people who have died because Yakopeka crowd in Ako hospital. How is the ambulance system in Ghana? Almost so kwakoda. They go to sleep. Hospital. In some cases, they put only one driver ambulance back want a custody at the premises of the hospital. Meanwhile, Senka a 24-hour economy, drivers never run a shift.
Yeah.
What
Yeah.
must I say? So this is something that is too detailed. That you need to take time and digest it.
But
You know,
listen, I think going forward, you know, the NDC as a political party will find time and break it down for us.
They have to because it is too wide. It's too huge. Kwabena, another medwe ho. Hwe wo dey just imagine. Radio station mo nyef 24 hour.
Yeah, 24.
Every radio station does.
24/7.
So busa radio station ya team sisi ya Kwabena. Time a ombetimi anya sika pa in terms of per minute cash inflow per minute. As a marketer, I'll discuss the per minute or per 30-second ad. Kwabena ahomache.
Yeah.
Because that is when Asofo they would want to preach. In fact, time anam me wo metro no, Unim say time ana emma metro skapa from ahomache Saturday ahomache to 12. In fact, sometimes to 9 because Anita beba be any program no. Na beti opambwe. Na obi so aba hallelujah, hallelujah, hallelujah. Do you know how much we were charging them? That 30 minutes, that Asofo ne ba no. They paid what must I say?
Yeah.
And even radio we are serious no. Say bo your friend is saying enyum kra na ye wo ada na metro pe na ye bie your friend advertising cycle.
Yeah.
Ye bonum ne say ye advert. Meboa.
Yeah.
So these are things that are thinking outside the box. And if you take time now we digest issues now. Kwabena, John has done more good mentioning this. So one can be BM crampo near the way crampo na election 2024. Kwabena, the Ghanaian is glad.
But when you take care of
it's multifaceted.
Yeah.
Every facet of the economy
of every
is under this discussion.
sector. Every sector.
Every sector is under this discussion.
Mention harbor, you mention transport, you talk about
Baby,
health, energy sector.
yeah, can say wo software utie me a make nightlife no na atro ashawo.
And your
Adia illegal.
of a case you are abetu asem nkancho say circle oni asawo funtimi gina mu amade eche into 24/7 MPP for you.
Ukoyi etrinwi ana ukoyi nwi.
Okay, so quick Zain says, Commander, remember the fried joint at Osu? Apple. He says Apple ago. When you say Apple ago?
Pacho minimo.
Oh, Apple. Sure. And then I go so Apple. Hey!
No, omoye den.
No more po.
Omoye Apple the energy say
Omo po.
anya export.
Apple.
Sa.
God damn man. Ha.
Say yes of weed.
Apple.
Anana no.
Hey.
Anya
Osu Apple.
Osu.
What the fa former Makion hono.
So for Makion.
So Makion car Apple. Ready yapo. Now sad time not ono. Any to the cabo ena Kabila ena Kobi Fiagbe John Boadu.
Anyone Kabu.
Ready yakopo. To be assassin nane nipa bania with that which is a nipa bania bre because ya toba now all you know
Kwabena, and you see where I get Kwabena,
okay so
John Muhammad discuss say it means he understands what he's doing, the security aspect.
That is the whole issue.
The security,
that is the whole issue. I'll come back. Bemu says it's still working, Kwabena. Only that is slow now. Okay. Me ko twa mo on and say anajo na me ko me church members ne ba ko. na na mani nyi wo mo asɔre no ho ti na me sɛ confess nkania ne so si wo nyina ma asɔre no ejira metumani a mehu nkania ne bia na me say let me move on. Ogboro says we also use squeeze bags, lower third and others. I don't know exactly what he's talking about anyway. Zen says, Commander, remember fried joint at Osu Airport, some rice joint also at Sectoral and Newtown. And they operate even after 12 a.m. You close from the club in the morning and you go there and session yourself well.
Kumasi.
Yeah.
When in Boris.
Yeah.
Boris.
Yeah.
Those times now, oh yeah, at the Emirates feeding. Fried rice near would be a different.
Yeah, but MPP Boris.
Yes. Oh, near would be a different me refuge. Yeah. Oh, that it was a business.
Yeah.
I don't know Boris. Hi Boris.
Yeah, Boris.
What must I say? Yeah. And he was very dutiful. Well, yeah, Juma or bread more journey. Enti anopai obekwa wada enwumre wabe Juma.
Okay, so Richard Okan say Glenn's nightclub, His Majesty nightclub, Nkrofo Nimkrom. Check. Hi, that's all. Check. That's all.
Oh, good.
That's all. Me dey nyame me will be okay ni je party a. Ani je ntimi mo ya mahu da okra be se asori aba. Me be se me re be ho da. Hey, mascarpone. Hey, mascarpone. Oh, Grobo.
Tell you mama fi so bambata pa.
Oh, Grobo come ready anywhere you. Okay, so Osman can just say Seahorse 50/50 engine coolant. Yeah, bow engine no buying. Aye, bow engine no buying. Ni nyina say uhia Seahorse 50/50 engine coolant. CM Jessica Achade share Adabraka old timers 2 show. Aye, me that say. Hello. Aja. What fun form? What fun form? What fun form? Allah. Wo yo. Oh, me catch him say munya ne fast. Say wo ye no before 4. We yeah, wo dey not to before 4.
Baby, yeah, announcement.
Any akwa we fast. E dey na wura mu.
Oh, say bisu me komala, osu ye komala.
My
follow say nye.
Yes,
asempa.
Komla tobiga.
Yeah, na obe kwa kosombo.
Okay, so I have an hour.
You so timo major.
And you may aboma 500.
Aboma me.
Hey, and this week what to
Debbie me ba bia ka ba bi on say me bana kwa service. Nti SME pa kwa registration man.
Fast.
Bobby, I'm not probably not confused.
Oh.
Me dawati. Serious.
Yati. So say Fridays the market say pa. Now we jay Friday the and you be you dear free.
Oh, so you come you commenting you maybe me kura mo. Bobby.
Me da say.
Obi kan ka oboma sumo wa say mo program unda. Nti ene dey support you. Just you want me throw.
It is well. Me pacho a star 413 hash catch there. Me pacho. Hey, another mecha do. Hello.
You want you zunga no yikachi.
Yeah, yikachi.
Onye sesi ya already madi.
Yikachi.
Yi zunga no kachi.
Muna da mangana. Allah. Allah wo yo. Mpacho, what you say 500?
Madi 500, 5 million.
Who are you for?
You wakanda highway, me dina highway no see
Hey, Mr. Man cross kwai mpacho.
Oh, me cross kwai no.
Cross kwai, o dey pe be jira di na ehumi vie.
Me cross commander why bibia.
That's all. Afa. CM just catch there. Allah wo yo. For the form. We da celebrate congrats. Okay, live on a crown. Me pacho mum me for the last draw. Into the trawa. We are in a Kwabena say. Seahorse 50/50 engine coolant or see about or engine no buying from overheating. Radiator tank no bon buying. Na o engine no man nyina achi. Afei ma engine ne enchema. Na afei fuel consumption no mra for wen. No sika no tu a ya enko smooth. Ai uchuka na eda ya na ema homeka wom. Yeah, and say, Waka Fabian to front one who was as another, and I can't hear the disease. The Canica and I are now reho. I can't yet. Aye, and yet smooth. Why the stereosportation give way? Me bacho 3367 coolant with them. 1090 coolant with them. Ghana 4. Monty Mafuti ya, I didn't beat you. 0244 577 559. 0244 577 559. 0540 424 386. Me bancho me kwaba, me ba, nkomo, etado. I'll be back.
Usika seme nkoyiana, quick credit siya say, sika pe Intina yasa ya bechecha wo yam bosia bon hyehyɛ ho wutumi babosia edifi asia ye 3500 Ghana cedis na ne wo hia ne wo national ID card
Resilience. Journey into the heart of the Kwaman Kingdom, where Nana Akoto, a young prince, is captured and sent to the formidable Dintra Empire as a slave. Nana Akoto faces a fate that threatens to erase his identity, but his spirit remains unbroken. In a quest to rediscover his true self, Nana Akoto must navigate a path full of trials. Will the power of Dintra keep him as a slave, or can he fight to reclaim his heritage and restore honor to the Kwaman Kingdom? Don't miss Nana Akoto, showing Mondays to Fridays at 8 p.m. exclusively on Akwaba DSTV channel 150 and GoTV channel 102. Dial *759# to reconnect or stay connected to DSTV and GoTV.
Over there. Tabia takum, wedi a member ye don't know. A me nya hode, any hode ye. I am memedro, a new tina ban me be here bino. And to four any atofo, and you'll be a pedigree to Atombia. Anko chemical shops, pharmaceuticals, any herbal shops beer. I was gonna hand me beer. And not say fraying. I was 0243 686861 and 0245 749206. Sanka to FDA Fwajatu. Kaise Tabia Takum ye. Bemme bia ye takum. Not recommended for lactating mothers, pregnant women, and children under 15.
CMGC catched you. Yeah. Near here, say, Uber was star 413 house. I was MTN peso. I'm gonna one more. No one's that come what's a dear. I CMG Sikacha dear promotion. Yeah, I feel yes, you better do. Some person when you CMG Sikacha dear beer, and you're quite well now, Befaso. Step 1, but star 413 hash. I will MTN show. Step 2, choose a FM. Now what dear, the prompt in a chi. And so I will show us the coming in now. Ever corner ye yamau. Sikacha dear promotion. Eye cash in and win big promotion. When you are dear, what's our year? Win your share of 24,000 bonanza. Shannon Swo, do be our taxi. And you cost star 413 hash and never more when you say, Kunim, our CMG Sikacha dear promotion or so. A year cash bag from Class Media Group. Kai Huna say, Sa Jumedia Way. And she shared the home. The National Lottery Authority, our Caritas Lottery Platform, and a boy chidom. Unyam Fisher don't watch airqua. One card Jumedia home. CMG Sikacha dio. Yeah! Ago Ghana for media some dabremo. Sisi adia wo sidanya. Any coins over hukra. Essence Alu Africa. We got you covered. Alu Africa. Aye jumeko kesia. Ebon in chance papa di ku danso. Any trusses are Ghana ha. Any wiasia fanenina. Yen ye lidie. Yang any topo. Alu Africa ewa bakwa somewhere dimu. Ebon roofing sheet. Any trusses say ye papa nkwadia. Eye honum and abenya pa ye quality. Sanso ya affordable. Bedroom fish ye dionuni. Edanya bru 2 million. And Alu Africa ekruso. What a news! Yan chance ye do crew dancer no. Near money dimone se emwodu. Ne bunny this one need this one. Fit is 0.35 mm. Echo says 0.5 mm. 0.35. Echo says 0.5. Alu Africa trusses so. Emwodu. Na a range fit 0.55. Echo says 1.15. Enti enya fe na wudi dua kokru wudanso a every nache amfotie barrier Alu Africa trusses no amfotie ntimere every nache eye good for all weather conditions ne boaso da for mo ankasa so beto dua pa de enkato Alu Africa trusses na bokwaye bretu no ho ban Alu Africa products ni nyina so yema 40 years warranty emfrishie duanai warranty hwehwe Alu Africa e was Spinters kwine so yene MTN office no ana di nhwani mu ana say frɛ 0574 286292 se wudu takra de so a ye branch ni bi wo ho frɛ 0545 446852 na edumeku bia wo pese wo beto Alu Africa kwal ni bi no wo betimi walk in to your branch bia ye beton dia ma wo mo na wo de kwadi dwumadie bia Alu Africa building made a sight.
Hey, say the Makohu ewo Greenfield Scientific Herbal Clinic no. Me ho kra dweme. Say enunti no manya award wa. Eye world best. Obi antrase ema dompem ya de. Ka say anase me boya de enka nto dem bio.
Greenfield Scientific Herbal Clinic. Esa nyarwan te say ne ekuro etu no. Ne enka ewo nanum. Oba na be mo pa wo. Ene enyarwan kaye.
Nansi ma me ka say ene spinal cord ho ekaye no. Greenfield adaromenti ene wasa so de gina na so epiem.
Greenfield Scientific Herbal Clinic. Ewo ultra modern laboratory and a diagnostic machine sir. Ashishedi pedie ni mwankasa. Greenfield Scientific Herbal Clinic. Ewa nungwa dogon Estate Junction. Last stop. Frewa 0243 983 906 and 0261 651 898.
Greenfield.
God is our healer.
Greenfield.
Your last stop.
GoTV's got a special gift for our super fans. This November, we're treating all GoTV super customers to a taste of GoTV Super Plus. Enjoy non-stop Premier League action on a dedicated Super Sport channel, the biggest 10 icons on Disney Channel, international movies and series on Studio Universal and Universal TV, and the best local shows on Africa Magic Showcase. Make sure you stay connected to GoTV Super this November so you can give GoTV Super Plus a go. GoTV. Love it.
Salute. Hey. When we send your police in your draw, Imbusaba Mesa Abama Huaden.
Refuse to grow. Any offense will be count.
And what day immune system or Yankopon, and you're ready for Yamusa Maya Hubano, and Nasa Wunum Imbusaba Mesa, a Peja immune system, Nabri Bia, Ya Yarientimu. Say, dear, I'm for one yɛdi imbus aba mesha do ne ho adanse yɛsɛn ɛnyarewa ahorow nipa enyina etimi ba ne so ɛne nyarewa kɛse nkae a wote ne din ɛne ho ka na oyɛmu ahyew nyina no ɛbɔ yɛ ho ban efiri ho ɛna wɔn mpo a ɔmo wɔ nyarewa ne dada na ɔmo nom doctor enuro no ɛnom imbus aba mesha no a ɛmo ɔmo ahoɔden pintin ya ɔmo ntim po sɛ yare ɛhyɛ ɔmo ho imbus aba mesha ɛwɔ kanhyi ɛne ɔman mu babia yɛtɔn enuro ɛtufo mfrɛ 0246 20 8496 FDA ahyehyɛ sɛ adwadie nkratoe yi mu agye ato mu sɛ yɛ
CMGC Kachadio. Here say, Ubebo star 413 hash. Ewo MTN peso. Amunumu honomwa. Na one saka watadie. Aye CMG Sikatadie promotion. Yeah, afi yesu ye bedidio. So peso wenya CMG Sikatadie bia. And ye kwai we na befa so. Step 1, bo star 413 hash. Ewo MTN so. Step 2, choose Accra FM. Na wo de prompt nechi. Esu a wo so asikamu nyina. Ebe kwa na wie yama. Sikatadie promotion. Eye cash in and win big promotion. When you idea what's our year, win your share of 24,000 bonanza. Shannon Swo, Dudu Bia won't taxi, and you cost star 413 hash and never more when you say, Kunim, our CNG Sikatadie promotion or so. A year cashback from Class Media Group. Kai Huna say, Sa Jumedie Way, and she shared the home, the National Lottery Authority, our Caritas Lottery Platform, and a boy chidom. One young fisher don't watch it airqua, one card Jumedie home. CNGC Kachadio! Yeah!
All right, so that's it live at Accra 100.5 Citizen Show. Yasia baby. Ondo me Accra me kam me Baumia Abian campesa me bomamo. Ghanaians are suffering on borrowing, on taxes. And I mean for monfa a your budget no. What just say no ani Baumia. Into minyo mamo.
But I just think I'm percent TV to be answer.
Okay, yeah.
Kwabena, I say, that for example, now me discuss the police now, security now, about 24 hours service.
Yeah.
I say, for example, you are DBA, you formalize it, and it's part of John Mohammed's program. If you look at the way, or ni way now, or say. I had to say watchdog committees now a teaching on potem no. Oh, say na mostly no. Because of the informal way now no. Ama I say you who almost saw me a police for.
Yeah.
Think of what to be for
It's straight up.
Hey. Unim say I don't know, maybe but the way no utie discussion now. What they want to do, they say,
to empower them.
They will make sure they are taken to police for training,
and that is how it should be.
Now, Omwa Baba yet proper police.
That is how
what I say. Now, community now they bet you omukao.
Yeah.
Because instead say Baba Joe, where am assembly for akofano medino. Who the fan say every household we are almost say a mutua tengana. The whole household. A man to be a mutual Tengana. Count how many households are in a certain community. Say, for example, Airport Hills, and I say, Airport residential area, and I say, East Legon, and I say, for Abelempe for Joulu for Mataheko for Munina, Mua said, I was selecting for be best and Nipa bears at 10. Edwomako police, you train you or be watchdog committee. Police for properly trained policemen. Chrono better now,
yeah.
And so that forms part of the security now, all this.
So
but
they become.
He couldn't get the time to elaborate.
So they become part of the community.
Yes,
the community takes care of them, and the community lives with them.
Yes,
I get you.
It was torn baby. Unim say obi ntimi mfra bonti mewia because omo ye adwuma. And they are patrolling.
Because I'm not going to meet a community watchdog.
Yes.
Normal patrol.
Yes.
The government no fat to no so.
Some training omo.
Aha. Obey
proper police.
Yeah, system. I mean, it makes sense.
So these are things that are very, and they are private people. And you know, I to say obi aye agency a community na nka say be any agency a one one for the police for our patrol ho, and you are properly secured. Etedi na wo ya wuntimi nye.
Anyway, want to uni bibi beka wo ha na yenko movie. Okay, so mame Ghanaians are suffering. Walwale are suffering. I'm careful anyway. Walwale are suffering. Samira is suffering. Why you? Kwabena Bobie is suffering. So
Kwabena Bobie dear me.
He's still suffering. I see actually Arabic in train a good bosso. Oh, say baby. Oh. And you see he's still suffering. Kwabena Bobie is suffering. And I have you. First wife
suffering. Patients are suffering. Students are suffering. Traders are suffering. Pensioners are suffering. Drivers are suffering, contractors are suffering, civil servants are suffering, and farmers are suffering. Fishermen are suffering, and industries are suffering. Artisans are suffering, and Kayaye are suffering. The disabled are suffering, and men are suffering. Women are suffering, and children and Ghanaians as a whole are suffering.
Also, I know cry say almost.
Why you came up with some freezing? Bini, I didn't hear me. Okay.
So you ended up suffering.
I'm not suffering. The white woman is suffering. Yeah, is suffering. Your friends say expired foods. They are suffering. Okay, so you got to about
suffering. Students are suffering. Traders are suffering. Pensioners are suffering. Drivers are suffering. Contractors are suffering. Civil servants are suffering. And farmers are suffering. Fishermen are suffering, and industries are suffering. Artisans are suffering, and Kayaye are suffering. The disabled are suffering, and men are suffering. Women are suffering, and children and Ghanaians as a whole are suffering. Trainees are suffering. Patients are suffering. Students are suffering. Traders are suffering, pensioners are suffering, drivers are suffering, contractors are suffering, civil servants are suffering, and farmers are suffering.
Sorry. Okay, all right. So this is Baumia for you. On borrowing. Bosia bo. Yenkoti on borrowing. Baumia
You don't have to borrow money from anywhere. Just toll the various sections of the road and we'll raise the money to do the roads in Ghana. We don't have to borrow money from anywhere. Just toll the various sections of the road and we'll raise the money to do the roads in Ghana. We don't have to borrow money from anywhere. Just toll the various sections of the road and we'll raise the money to do the roads in Ghana. We don't have to borrow money from anywhere. Just toll the various sections of the road and we'll raise the money to do the roads.
That is Baumia on borrowing. On taxation. On taxations. Yenkoti Baumia on taxation. May you be trepe and amount autonomo on taxation. Wakan soon be from taxation to production. Every constituency will receive $1 million. Agugloshi toilet amaso. I've arrested the city. Any economic hardship is due to 3 reasons: mismanagement, incompetence, and corruption. Nijina wa broso. But yenkoti a year on a year taxes. Me pacho quick one taxes.
They're hurting the economy.
these taxes are hurting, and therefore you are not going to get the growth. And when you don't get the growth, you will not get the revenue. And when you don't get the revenue, you go back to increasing taxes to get the revenue, and then you are in a cyclical downward spiral. And so they have it wrong, and we will change that particular policy. We will use the tax incentives to grow this economy. They are hurting the economy. These taxes are hurting, and therefore you are not going to get the growth. And when you don't get the growth, you will not get the revenue. And when you don't get the revenue, you go back to increasing taxes to get the revenue, and then you are in a cyclical downward spiral. And so they have it wrong, and we will change that particular policy. We will use the tax incentives to grow this economy. They are hurting the economy. These taxes are hurting, and therefore you are not going to get the growth. And when you don't get the growth, you will not get the revenue. And when you don't get the revenue, you go back to increasing taxes to get the revenue, and then you are in a cyclical downward spiral. And so they have it wrong.
Young got a Catholic Bishop Conference on corruption. David McAfee Donyo says, Commander, imagine the Passport Office, DVLA, Registered General Department, Lands Commission are operating 24/7. That is massive employment opportunities and high level of productivity. Yes. These are not.
Now, the massive, uncontrolled corruption is suffocating the nation, and it's as if there are no checks. Some steal our money through the banks and financial quagmire. Now, the massive, uncontrolled corruption is suffocating the nation, and it's as if there are no checks. Some steal our money through the banks, and they are not held responsible. They are walking around, and the poor people who put their money there are dying and crying. And these are walking around as if we have no government, as if we do not have people to be in charge. Now, it appears corruption is legalized in our country. What should Ghanaians do, since the existing form of democracy help only a few and leaves the majority behind? What about the impunity and arrogance of some politicians and their defense even of corruption? I see, because we place you in power, we should worship you. Should the Constitution not be changed or bettered for it to work for all Ghanaians instead of for a few? Should the legal system not be re-equipped to uproot corruption? What about Parliament, where the interest of the people is sacrificed for personal and party interests? Why have we not even implemented the findings of the Constitutional Review Committee? Why did they keep it there? Because if it is implemented, it will erode some of their so-called wealth and corruption. Can the government explain to us why we are in this economic mess? Who knows why we are here? And they assume we can't think. Let alone they don't even have a responsibility to explain to us why we are, other than taking our monies, shaving, etc. Is this the government we asked for? What explanations can the two political parties give to Ghanaians for the favorable agreements we signed on our oil, minerals, power generation, etc.? If even we can't read it, can't it be explained to us? And don't we see the results of the agreements that they do? Why are we poor? Ghanaians, more and more, no longer accept the old explanations that government of Ghana have been given. People say, we bishops should talk. We talk publicly and behind closed doors. But all our talk, what did you do? They will listen, nothing. Because the system there protects what they are doing.
So, Catholic Bishop Conference, but on this corruption issue, let's go back to Kennedy Japan campaign time. What he said about the MPP government, the Akufo-Addo-Bawumia-led administration.
I think there's no tomorrow. Why? Who really cannot get on gravity? What do you mean? The youth of this country are not working. Now we're intimidating and also I will put my life on the line and defend it. The MPP is looting this country as if there's no tomorrow. Why? Who really cannot get on gravity? What do you mean? The youth of this country are not working. Now we're intimidating and also I will put my life on the line and defend it. The MPP is looting this country as if there's no tomorrow. Why? Who really cannot get on gravity? What do you mean? The youth of this country are not working.
All right, that is going to be Japan for you. Hunter, Yananti.
And I'm in Sancha at Tifubia, my uncle Malek or UK. Or say no or shay. Nah. Mr. Such light down Crawford, so Unama now I careful because anything can happen. Those are Muko in Crawford.
Sir,
yeah, no, I careful.
If I
someone else, I say I can soon be the apple to you. When you're very careful.
Sir, any
can cry, I win on a fool.
Well, young honorable a Jinapamiat as this which na budget no.
Yeah.
Can offer about my margin so almost 11 billion Ghana cedis now more they about through new taxes. And to all can say sanity it's likely so which na budget in the corner way no. It be who taxes are yet to tum any be introduction of new taxes. I de and a new croma na he. Nana,
thank God they are not in majority.
Anyway.
I do baby. Nana Nyama mobile. It's a Catholic Bishop, Virginia Smoka, Wakasa, about it, would it see in 7 years. So, qua no, they are called that. No, I could draw.
Baby, you see 2 parties. No, why?
No, I could draw. Because when NDC was in power, nobody asked Akufo-Addo. An MPP wire and Yamel Koso at that time and Hamano. They asked Mahama. Omo the kwa no me akwa wada no mo aba. But anyway, they are trying to save their cause a little image. And tiabe fanisa. Nana de bia makase abatu hu nsunsanso. Abatu also hu nsunsanso de bia 2024 election whether you like it or not. Nana abatu hu nsunsanso. Na se wahwe budget e di ba kakane nka budget ba Ghana for ubia expect to send November bronya ne yerami can any date you saying 14 mintis obia bo ye class jingrebe mintis obia mintis ko for Christmas promo
o ko bono
mintis ko for ye
no mintis wo to no crash over show no
go to jingrebe nobody is doing jingrebe because economy is not good for Jingle Bell.
The economy is not economy.
Nobody is talking about that. Mahama, as a vice president, as president, as former president, as the incoming president, has never run away from the records of Professor Mills, Rawlings, or NDC. Yeah. Mahama has never, always Mahama chere the NDC and the NDC beye under his leadership as a president. Babaumia, Onyambe flag bearer krano uyin hu free MPP ni Akufo-Addo records. Na eho enom peso mo edeko. Na budget o ma beka o cha de ni na so bi anim. Budget no ready wo mu dada, we are feeling it, we are enjoying it. Na nim se bi ama discuss na no fundraiser o te kokoso edi asantema animu a na omoye. Na me who video no from beginning, I didn't believe it. I did not believe it. And to say me copy full video no tie ya otumfo say owia no ho anajo 12 o'clock 12 midnight no akọ konfa noche no akohwe dan se sitie emergency said the whole sitie said the whole nyina tete wokoho wo so akọ 2 times anajo even cry hospital management cry no nya we eye so to sana mo na ade otumfo aye no na mobo awosenka Ghana ya boy ni anka Yesu titru ni the good people of Ashanti region awosenka mu bo mani na omusu obibeka say yes assassin o tokokoso de ade yes but the hospital doesn't belong to tokokoso aban de aban japade otumfo kura ntimi mfini pemu nkase me matum sika monyo emfa adwumafo onko so ogigi sika no mpo a e wo se sakosi aban so na aban de say yes adwuma no de ensi
na we do mu dia
ensi but na ye first ka bia ko ba ban bia
aban ben hia ba hwe wo
aban de betima roll 2 for ka wa fa na beti ensi ya be kwa akoye ya ade
enti amekasa abato wo nsunsanso no nana 2015 2016 Mahama na Nigeria Lodina si Kumasi na otumfo aso Lodina nsa na yeko commission project ni yeko kate sword
osi Kumasi
whenever Mahama
osi Kumasi
I'm talking about make Ashanti region we make Ashanti region we dem fa Kumasi pakeke we dem fa Kumasi make Ashanti region
Ashanti mampon
anytime bia Mahama be ko Kumasi no senye grounds no ko break here na okokate okutwem oko commission. Then the good people of Ashanti region
in this also okohwe work progress
edu monitoring Ketia market omoye no and people of Ashanti region Kumasi titru etimi ye demonstration ema besia emrewafo
Oga bolo
yes echo naked demonstration
sabru what you fucking woman
naked demonstration
bolo
say Mahama to galamsey o Ketia say otumfo di eye party afre Mahama amalumba anyoma omobo yenti obia otumfo ne Mahama di asa chese Mahama yi asantema yenti obia edi Mahama tem enkrofo sha se bi omu anutia anana asante hene eya asantefo anasa Ashanti region ka sha from 2015 2016 that's where they started attacking Mahama attacking otumfo because of otumfo any Mahama
started 2013 Kenya Japan na no I say you can say otumfo akotwe bribe
so it happened under Mahama because Mahama otumfo any Mahama collaborated to build Asante mine.
Yes. Osi otumfo akotwe bribe ama tuguba
ede na Mahama Mahama Siriatri Park oyi akwan water supply or expanded market facility osi blocks ahodo or deba empuntujuma na yehu bi da or de koi
talk about the settlements about markets ya mitwemu
atafo from
mitwemu atafo
asawase grow from ena grow from
nka ho
but no grow from be kan say moro market no ya hemfa sa moro market ho no
the Moro market traffic light no
yeah udu wafa
okay I have a point.
Yes she said the okotafo no
yeah
yes Mahama built it
Mahama did it yeah
usane otene left
yes usane so fans ofri Angloga junction awokwa udu crow from traffic light no wafa right na wasane na aso kosra no wafa say ho and oko Kumasi omo ye Kumasi Ghana made Sanders ne slippers no ye yo mu free Ketia no ehwo na dodo na wo mo ye adwuma. Then the good people of Ashanti region ya kase de opa ade akokotoko ye nya na bro yetimi tisi mountain eyo ye kire edi atamwa me eyo ye kire ni bia ebo kodwane
nipa da kai o Atonsu market timi di atamwa
timi koto ofuna da ka ede Mahama mfoni ta ho ye kosie Mahama ti Mahama tem. That's 20. Yes, 2015, 2016.
And how can I hear me?
2016, they gave Akufo-Addo 1.6 million votes, as against Mahama 490,000. 2020 election, they gave Akufo-Addo almost at 1.79. Ukaboma who appropriating 1.8 million votes, as against a year Mahama 600,000. Nom de mam Akufo-Addo na ene otumfo otekokoso nananom aya de sresrefo ene otumfo esre nkrofo
wondo
kutua bi ensa
goma no chide yo twam na kohwe Asante Mampon hospital
na
yade chew wonto wo yare
na mega no kra na yetwe no fo
na me ka so
e ko mo hini yetwe no fo zo busasi ko mojo
me si wo de twam
na abato wo so
Asante Mampon government hospital Akufo-Addo ho da ne ba ne free otwam wo da bia wo na hospital no me so da ka mu a wo yare ye de wo
nansia na okọ commission dan aban dan a wo so de ama
aban dan community school at Rollins ni na Nakuredu Sima Mampon eya omoye vocational training ni ade wo ho eno no wa Akufo-Addo na akobu edan no no agi asase no eno ode asi hotel any event center ambaja nkoma
na eba na batu mu a Ashanti region ko mo ya aboa unim aboa mo ye eba na batu mu dabi omo ye nantwie yes o nantwie
onim
na hoden na nani atedodo
ani tiede aponche
we mu ani ti bebre susu ama abo aponche achi ena wote kokoso esre adane ode sresrefo no srade ketua bia nso 100 Ghana ode fabra 50 wode koye den wode kwakosiesie hospital ya ban ede
nti
wankasa odi kosiesie na himfie
ya bio nti waka asema kire ekromuofo so unim nyansa
owie na otumfo so ma we enya politics nana ofuto nda ye pa na nsie mfa ne
oh ya di obi amfa
se enya politics enya politics papa
na wana ese eye sa eye conference
wana na esi eye Afari hospital no enya ban anya bia otekokoso konfanoche omojeje ya afo sika omni beti elibeti royalties ma da bi eya ban ho na ekro enti ya politics papa ye be ye ne pepe matopoku prempe because of vice president awoko pedi wako donate 200,000 and at the whole matter says the whole Ashanti region MPP majority caucus no almost ako donate 100,000
hwem kwase asem
and amutaka enko aso wasi MP so ako donate 110,000 ano de ama and otumfo bege onu ankasa na nanom a omo ato aba mo aba
de okay ya de yam ya enti about yam say 40 plus MPs no
about 40
omo ya cabinet ministers ebi deputy ministers
nana
enti wa mo ahunu the situation a konfanochi
kone ko bisa napo a osode a otatu so ndo oyo de hye ofrimanhia eni ntien lobby man no be ba omiara ni meet Koko bisa ne say dear na Ashanti region for here obeka cho say Ashanti region no mu here a t-shirt MPP t-shirt and the idea o manage ho pa na probeka cho plain say Ashanti region they don't need hospital
ne hwene ase etna so gi awo
they don't need roads they don't need improvement no mu here a MPP t-shirt and there oguru ho ayebeku Ashanti region according to Napo. That's what they want. And Tiakufuado in your hospital a big deal.
T-shirt no.
Can you imagine say mama na tia dia so ndisi na tia dia so enna nana sante hina ko bodwa data eyela la sulala esres sika so de kwa koye de on kwa kosi konfa no che abaya asabia nka ndisi fo Ashanti region ka mo betena he
ubenu bia kwa campaign
enka mahama ntunka betimi akwa Ashanti region enti ndisi fo metimi abia mu office e wa Ashanti region kasada no senka mo office no mu ene mu tuam na mu dia shem makata so. But it is happening. And nobody is talking in Ashanti region. And you can now appealing to people as let's be. But and cross on my being say Ayabaya said yet. Kufuado. Wachine, Wanyala la Sulala, and you go as fat. Chibi. Kufuado be a president, Chepi Government Hospital. And Yakwakosi VVIP ward. Before Anyala la Sulala.
Was it a hospital as VVIP ward?
Chebi na correct. Government hospital as VVIP ward.
Yes, a whole court complex.
Oh, nana me boba. Me say about to won sunsa. Yes, about to won sunsa. Na mo ani ti bibra ma bo.
Because we were fear no.
Mo ani ti bibra ma bo ponchiachi.
A whole court complex.
O chehine. Wanya demonstration. Wanya la Sulala. Ena yegu asphalt yesi hospital ene akufa na be prene nim se Ghana zongos chebi so ka ho asrete fo ye de ko amene housing rights and housing yesi adan ya ye prugu ye chebi no nya da kuma era no so ni pantimo ye chichiri new town o chehine wa anye dede vote say no de makufuado ni vote o de ha chebi de makufuado kra enu 50,000 and 50,000. But Ashanti region gave Akufuado 1.8 million votes in 2016.
Gabi ne bedia tunya otumfo no a no mo atwa na pa.
It took one government under Mahama to build a hospital called Afari. Several health infrastructures in the Nusi, our Ashanti region. What they saying? Just 4 years. And has taken Akufuado 7 years to 8 years. Amene was a Ashanti for Nana Ohini. Edini domini nom koye la sulala. Ekwa srekai for some mrambe donetisi kama yen na yemfa nkosie se konfo anochi aban ya sabia. People must think. People must think. Se Akufuado yo nyansania nana enka nanu ya otumfo kasakwa abebu no wabu no enko ye enka onko membetu anamo but so biaka
no but you see meba onto apart from kasakwa no well me no left to me alone esenka ohene ne nkrofo faso eka bibi edisi Akufuado anim play nye play fa
yeti ani say nana
that's my
opinion.
I may be wrong, but that's my opinion.
Onitiphobia.
Because on say ohini yo wo takwa last 2 weeks or last 3 weeks ohini bi ukrawa odi me afele mbela amo aboni di ache me da your video no bat me okasi Akufuado animu plane say ade we wo krom ha no yanu nti de tua taxes e de ma enye yen yasede say ya onkrofo en services ade ni bi okasi na nim plane se finito era na be
nana Ashanti region
eja wie na
obja men sem no to sa tutum sa
enya bufu
tutum sa enya bufu oba papa ba Ashanti region ene yenyi jisika emfa nko siesie hospital a eye aban die awmreko MPP ene teso na onitifo bia na maka there's a difference between onitifo and nyansani dwene wodwene dachi onitifo wodwene ne wonwene dachi enti onitifo bia no he give the people what they want and not what they need. Akufo-Addo is giving the Ashanti region what they want and not what they need. And intina Akufo-Addo ko gina Nana Asante hina himfie manhia nana yeba aban bia baba pa wo fasi wo ya osumo maba mo emsfofo one he nkane ansem o selfie kuto no krada so pe mampeni ni bia di onie do ade kire omo no enya sa no kokko ane konto ko bia no mahama ko manhia himfie no o ka che se nana toilet ne krada ne de nka me ne krada ye assembly adwuma ye be camp puntujuma nkasa puntujuma ye friend puntujuma na oboboles na obosa fe manhia se ye ka edos no do de twaso na de aka no afia se ni ya to aso. Mahama gave Ashanti region what they need. Akufo-Addo is giving them what they want. What they want is to see
lies.
What they want according to Akufo-Addo is to see say ono Asantini no so ye ka ba ya ban ni yes ya ban ni enti no come and share say nana wade share mo nana mo muni o do de ma mo no. That's what they want.
It's good say say according to Akufo-Addo no because enye the Asantiman want no and enye the neither need no.
Akufo-Addo is giving them what they
want say they want. That's what and in any sense that is what they want.
No,
it's not what they want.
They demonstrated.
Nana, that is what they want.
They demonstrated.
Akufo-Addo is giving Ashanti region what they want.
They demonstrated
because they are Ashanti epe and it's Ashanti region pe and it's a mechanism say so
yaw me feel Ashanti Mampong for almost 20 years we were struggling with water. John Mahama ko Asante Mampong hine ho no a vice president too no the two nanim no so mamenko Japan bra ko pay grant almost about 15 to 20 communities from Kofiase Kokrobo Chinimfaso Sataso Damai Ebosofo ni nasefo nyina ne sa water plant na supply mo ya num so ni wiye ne nipa na ekoto aba na ewura fi se eyobi na ama no num nsuo o say you the appoint kura MPP anti NDC abakura kakrampo no na so ase ate
obeto enti Akufo-Addo is only giving the Ashanti region what they want. Exactly. Because by Mpuntujuma 2020 Akufo-Addo ko bu akonta kire Nana Asante hene Mahama su ko bu akonta kire Nana Asante hene asasi wura Akufo-Addo se nana me baye manya wabro wona nanom omoso o mabam cabinet ministers obubobo mu din no de kire owie no koye Mahama koye no Mahama nkoka say me mabam ni me kofa Asantini we so mamesom ana obi free mantam we mo because ane ne de normal Mahama ema tangibles eniama empuntujuma yehu asisa ni pabra bono kae ene tuma Asantiman otumfo tuma ne manfo say ene obi aye adwuma obi ankonkomo eye ne ntoa enye sa no otumfo ka kire mu mi enom ko bo mu ntoa ena Asantefo Ashanti region adehye to aba say Mahama umpuntujuma ne nya ne epe enti we be ma 600,000 good Akufo-Addo de ordinary be minister what they uso free ya be ya agric minister and your man 1.8 million votes and to beza Akufo-Addo onko say dey we confirm na chair so sin krum
anyway. All right, so Tabia Bar Center at the Tabia Heba Mesaba into the Yadia Hunam yo ya wanumato no anumbi Tabia Bar capsules ya memini a bebwa papa afe wasimen kancha se St Andrews for egusua womo eje school from koda SHS 1 admission omguso oba ensohwe resource number na watutumika ekoho omo fa courses to say general arts, business, home economics, agri science, general science and visual arts. Ubedua from 0546048332 na wase me nkanche say Greenfield Scientific Herbal Clinic omna de bright soja capsules and bright garlic plus capsules aba udompe mabua na de wani akere ho omo ebesa ya de kama me pacho me bom last draw star 413 hash CMG scratch de no aka nipa mienu a me ba bebo enti ye ntem
yes obi
yes, another meetings upon meetings.
Easy.
We doctor. Me.
Bobby now you share me.
Me.
What you share me?
You don't see me anywhere.
What you share me? What you share me? I'll be home. What you also they come anywhere.
Now, Bibi akoso kama.
Nyame adom bibia ekoso kama
more campaign strategies near
the your campaign there
and the mon come obi antibi
your campaign there seja da mo ase MVP for ye da mo ase da mo ase
ujidi
ba omi a omo de na maye ye da mo ase
ujidi
ye da mo ase
why
ye da mo ase bobi before ameba ho ma mentia his excellency his excellency the incoming president of the Republic of Ghana, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, baby, will be a His Excellency Otie Upau.
Oh, I see.
Otie Upa. Inti abribi ameba happy. I was listening to you live. It's my mentia. Na mentia no kani ya mama malodi oba papa bi.
Mama lodi na ya mama hwehwame.
O beti eni kruba catch.
Mama hwehwame.
Ai, o beti show. Na macha wa mama hwehwia. The only general in Ghanaian politics, Chairman General Bakope, Chairman General Mosquito, Mechia, ye General Secretary Fifi Kwete, any other fake members in Mechia NDC neck, any rec, ne Omweka ho NDC for ne Ghana for 8 years in Mechia, Bobia Medentia Sonko, Emma Mehokeni, Alaji Amidu, Abubakari. Baby Wobia, ye Mechia, no nya quainty, Menenso Mechia, my name, me fear for me man in Mechia. Bobby Medase. Coming back to a question, what's the idea? Make us a MPP for us. Yeah, that one more say. Maybe dear me that one more na before or more primaries, you know. Me granting interviews, baby. We say now be one major question. A journalist to be and a host to be a anya kwenya so interview or bebusa. Among the 5 candidates, one I'll pay. Me say me dear me pay baumia. Me pay baumia because NDC this time around, yeah, higher home. Now say me will say when this more academic final and Kameka say yeah we should just procure about 100 buses per. Nanka ya mount video cameras ne projectors work and so you do constituency bia now they see what nanka ye play ba omia ne videos ne ye play ne yere de nanka de ono aka ye no nanka ya hye kwan a obefa so a obeyi ano ebi ni say mo kwa akansi na du baby na MPP for mo fiso mo nyansa pa. Sorry to say me kotu Kennedy Japan asemba ko. Was MPP for sebi you are koto me kotu Kennedy o si omo agimi me ka say ya because me njimi ya me NDC ni. Was MPP for omo agimi pa. Say mo nyina mate obi ehun video no so.
Nka 39 atoma no. Say 37.
Was MPP for sebi anya mi o me da mi njimi was MPP for ya jimi pa.
Nka 37 atoma.
Na say sebi o said ya Kennedy Japan kan say MPP for mo njimi ya. More presenting candidate. More amunim say ni credibility asakra. Eneba umi kasa na so obi chim ni radio and ni TV to ha. Ohu na obetwam. Obeket Bawumia is equal to Akufo-Addo. Bawumia is equal to Akufo-Addo. No matter Ashanti candidate, omo pe kra na obi kan ye. Boy bi dey. It's the same. Obi say mo ka say Asante mo dey mo pa mo mefa sabi o. Krobi Asante kra meye Bawumia. Ye nya adwuma. And why will you present a losing candidate? Na maybe a chamusa na utie o mo nsema de na o mo kan bi ye say o mo de memo fa mahama mo de mahama ba de a wo be lusu. Ena ye say de mahama ni yenim. Mahama na we record a obetimi de beat whoever emerges the winner e wo MPP mu. Ena ye say de mahama beba. Na mo so bo de adu ho. Canada Japan other candidate other friends MPP members. Omo kasa kire mu. Almost about mere credibility as even vice president. Asa atuni jokes. Enti ma enti na esa mokwato abayiwe. I won't kwa ne serie. Dr. Timothy Bawumia.
But me it seems that Bawumia and Adjun say omba election we mu with policy conversation. They have a different motive.
Oh yeah, who ni now? Who meetings next year? You know. Yeah, who ni now? What am I say? Okay, they have the judiciary. Okay, they have the EC and yoma. This time around, and yes, Uncle Fon the determine who becomes the president of Ghana. A Ghanaian electorate. Your back county every ballot to be a ballot box no. Your back county. Tis no about me and the no I won't move the no need that's what. Almost forget it. Almost forget it. Krana one kasa national headquarters. And a statistics a catcher says a one to me with nobody. And it me echo below 64% to Timmy Winnie. It's about me idea no deba on board. Is it because of the Muslim Papa Ben about me? And I know Maulid deal said they are Moya no Maulid Omoya or Dakoman. Say no ye bemos who are ye true Muslim and Kawamra. Cano cre Udra a Christopher sorry. Wakokoto we see and bless you. We believe in Jesus Christ. We all believe. It's like what drew baby and any ref in a home.
Because you proud to say Muslim by
what's why you're froster
Muslim by day, Christian by night.
I love the word don't use it. What's why you're scammer?
A Maslock deputy CEO. Was it about me a running double track?
Hey, yes, serious. And I will be on my day on a more serious note. Bobby, may the assembly to Java platform you so.
Marty.
Now say me nya kwan enye radio programs. Me call radio at our programming soon and me program. And you may be Ghanaians, we should be very careful. Nanado, President Kofo, former president, know him how dangerous Nanado is. Okay. And Kofo predicting Nanado, so be a bad president. I'm a Ghana. Ye funny say you joke. And now one more a year, one more cotton across our sports stadium. Samo kaya sama Nanado kaya. Ojina what can say? I will do everything beyond my powers. A dear power Nanado no bluffy. Me jina wa fi die we so aka che na nado ne nitim ne MPP fo nya se na nado no bluffy odwa nanum o kasa keke baby awadro no no kwa se obodin bi kwa na ne refi o kasa keke se na nado se wo tumi ene o se wo power samre o man no asey onfa 1 year na aka no enye ne yie na so odu ho na Ghana fo se kwan a wo de afa so a ho kira wo de akomu kita ase
the citizens power.